You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Yeah, that's right. We are wearing our Stay in Your Crease jumpers. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening, it's still true, but you can't see it. Stay in Your Crease. They're all sent out, punters, dribblers. You should be having those wrapped around your titties before the fourth test starting Wednesday. Shout out to me who basically hand-packed them all myself on Friday.
Good job, Tom.
Did
You
you?
did a great job, Master.
I can imagine how it would have went. I reckon you were probably sitting over here on the couch with your laptop open, pretending to work.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right? Basically, what happened last time.
Yep.
That was what I had
on.
in my mind.
No, well, last time I was editing in my defense because that was back when I was an editor.
Editing from. So we recorded at like 7 a.m. Done by 8:30. Editing probably an hour, so that's 9:30. We're there till 1 in the morning.
Editing an hour, Tobler.
2
Editing
hours.
an hour. Editing taking an hour. All
Yeah,
of a
that's a
sudden,
bit off.
Mr. Editor over here.
But at the
Eddie-
same time-
Eddie Simpson of editing fucking one
Well,
podcast
I've
his
edited 'em.
entire life. And
I've
then he
ed- yeah,
left
I've
in,
done 'em.
Left in the most fucking absurdly defamatory story about a former Bathurst mayor.
We've been over that. Tom
I know,
slept down in the fucking cabana. I remember it well. Fucking liar. Editing all day.
No, mate. Didn't
You were
stop.
snoozing down there. You can't.
Snoozing.
You were
I
snoozing.
genuinely didn't do fucking anything though on Friday. Dave and Tobler pounding their dicks into the earth. I did a couple of trips to the old post office, but we did go old school. We went old school with this one because we wanted to make sure. Well, the reality was they weren't going to get to the punter and dribble on time, and we were like, well, that ain't good enough.
Not good enough. Standards.
We have standards, and
Really, really high
we
standards.
dig in when we need to.
Well, we dig until tea.
Yeah.
Or stumps.
Whatever. We dug in hard. People at the post office were not happy.
Why?
Because we were getting there late in the day, just dropping off fuckloads of packages.
Oh, you didn't stage them throughout the day?
Yeah, well, no, not really. Like, I mean, stage them over a couple of hours.
Yeah.
We did like the first half, then dropped them off, came back and did the second
Was
half.
it even the first half? I reckon maybe it was a half.
Why were they so off it?
Because it was getting to the end of the day on Friday. I just feel like they were a bit like,
Did what? Because they had to scan them in or something?
Yeah, they just
guess
hated
so.
doing their job.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they don't like doing that.
No.
Especially Friday afternoon.
That's what I mean.
It was packer up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You took the 6 p.m. cutoff time too literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like,
But that's on them. They should have said 4 o'clock.
But the guy kept going, is that it? And I go, no, sir. There's plenty more of those. You'll see me in another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But they're out. Thanks again to everyone who got them. And also, while I'm giving out thanks, Eddie, thanks to fucking all the psychos who were on there getting the break in the yips. Golf Day, the Hacker Major tickets, sold out in 4 seconds.
Done.
I'm also wearing this hat, limited edition. You will only get this hat if you play in the Marrickville Hacker Major. So there's not many of you that are going to get to wear it, but this is a cream cord cap with a blue Marrickville Mania badge on the
It
front.
says Hacker Major on it.
Hacker
as well.
Major. It's fucking
Very
good.
nice.
Very good. When they came in on Friday as well, it was a big
It's very
merch day
nice.
Friday. They rolled in. It was very fucking horny.
It's very nice. There is actually an opportunity to win 2 more tickets next week.
Is there?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know this.
There is, Tom. Now, obviously, the Hacker Major is so exclusive. Well, for all the right reasons.
Yes.
Well, not like pompous bullshit.
No, not
exclusive.
pompous shit. Not like
loose as a goose,
Yeah.
fucking hack your way around the fucking course, sink tins, have fun sort of exclusive. So there is a Break in the Yips merch drop next week.
That's right.
Next week. I don't know if you've seen it around the traps, punters and dribblers, but the Goat Track fucking...
Goat Track Golf Club.
Goat Track Golf Club merch is dropping. It's elite stuff. Black and cream, head covers, towels.
We might even get, while we're talking right now, we'll get Tobler to edit in across on the screen.
Yeah, tell if he does his job, can edit
Yeah.
that across the screen.
Yeah.
Only if he does his job.
Only if he does his job. If you're not seeing it right now on the YouTube, you know someone hasn't done their job.
Exactly.
And it's not us.
Now, there is an opportunity, punters and dribblers, because we're elite marketers, to win 2 spots to the Marrickville Major if you buy the merch. It's, think of Willy Wonka and the golden ticket sort of stuff.
Come with me.
You will see. I don't know what the You know what you've got a bit about? Like, I can see you becoming bedridden like those old people.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking Grandpa Judd.
Except you don't get up. You're the other grandpa.
No, I'm the one that actually doesn't leave the bed. But didn't we go into that? We were like, that motherfucker's been sitting in bed for like just like not moving, and then he's like, oh no, yeah, there's something on. I'm just gonna get up.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
Drain on the family. Get up and work. You're like 60 years old.
Yeah. Well, you're not even that old. You'd be late 50s. You fucking lazy prick. Get up.
Anyway,
now,
Willy Wonka.
Not the point. Willy
Golden ticket
Wonka.
stuff.
You'll remember, punters and dribblers, that to attend Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, you had to win tickets, golden tickets. And those golden tickets will be on offer next week. I don't have the specifics, but just keep your eyes peeled.
But just quickly though, so is it one golden ticket to you bring you and a friend?
Yes, correct.
That's fucking sick.
You don't have to go by yourself. It's one.
That'd be weird.
One golden ticket. You bring someone with you, like that. You little cunt in Willy Wonka bought his old grandpa Joe.
Yeah.
Who didn't deserve it, by the way.
He really didn't. He sat in
Probably
bed.
his mum for fucking slaving,
Exactly.
feeding those 4 lazy pricks.
Bending over at the back supporting 4 old geriatric fucks who, by the looks of things, were taking the piss. They were absolutely fine.
Listen, if you win and you bring your grandpa, a lazy, fat, old piece of shit who won't get out of bed and hasn't got out of bed for the last 20 years because he's too fucking lazy, then you're not allowed to play. I'm sorry. I'm calling an audible.
Yeah, we are, and we're gonna fucking bash your granddad.
Can I cut in here? You're going to eat your words in a second. Grandpa Joe served in World War II and earned the Navy Cross Medal during his service and injured his leg during the battle, which caused his bedridden
They
state.
didn't show that in the movie.
Bullshit. That's like posthumous, like post,
Yeah, I know.
we're gonna
Let's
say it now.
let's pad his record.
It's like, oh yeah, Dumbledore was actually gay. It's like, well, okay, like, was he? We didn't talk about it. I didn't see him fucking, you know.
I know.
I didn't see him fucking giving Hagrid the old one too.
Exactly. He didn't have Hagrid bent over down the fucking tool shed, did he? Jesus Christ. And if they did, if there was that scene, they cut it out for me.
Yeah, they did. I didn't see him fucking inserting
So
wands into Hagrid.
sure. He was bedridden because he lost his fucking leg in war. You talk about that if you want me to talk about it.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
If you want me to know that, then tell me, and then I won't start giving him shit.
Because I assume that you've been lazy.
When did that movie come out?
The original,
Yeah.
71.
Okay, and you're saying he competed. He was in World War II.
Yeah, which would have been 30 years prior.
And so how old was he in the movie? How old was he meant to be?
He'd be 60, so he'd been 30.
Yeah, okay.
Checks out.
Age
He's been in
checks
bed a
out.
long time.
He's been in bed a fucking long time. And let me just say this, didn't see him limping once the whole film if his leg was really
Well,
fucked
hang
up.
on. It says he is apparently meant to be 96 and a half.
So he was fighting in World War II as a
So he was
60-year-old?
60.
60-year-old.
Bullshit.
Lies.
There's
Sorry.
holes all through this.
Yeah,
and also, if he lost his leg in World War II, why is he fucking running around like a spring chicken?
Yeah. Didn't lose it. I think he injured it. But still, he shouldn't have been in war at 60. He's lying.
Yeah,
He's lying.
that's a fib.
Joe's full of shit.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
So
Joe's
now we've got
fucking
a real problem because Grandpa Joe, not only is he fucking lazy, he's
a
talking
liar.
shit.
Well, of course he is. You sit in a bed for that long, you're lying. You
Yes.
know what I mean? We've just uncovered it. Like,
Yeah, I was on the battlefield at 60. No, you
no,
weren't.
you weren't. Scratch the surface. Grandpa Joe's probably got a few more skeletons in the closet. Fucking fighting in World War II. He's got a bit of the fucking stolen valors about him.
Oh, a bit of.
Heaps
a lot
of.
of
Heaps
stolen
of.
valors.
Not the point, though. Your opportunity to take your own lying grandfather to the Hacker Major. We will obviously be doing full background checks if they do claim to be a war hero. But that's exciting. Golden ticket, dude.
Golden ticket.
I'd love to win a golden ticket.
Got to be in it to win it, as they say, punters and dribblers.
Yep.
There will be more information in the coming days and or week as to how you can properly be in the running to win glory.
Yep.
But it does involve the spending of money.
I've got a story to share with everyone. And
Is it going to be boring?
listen, I don't know. Could be. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to start with like, you know, when people start with the story, go, dude, I got the fucking funniest thing to tell you, and then you're like, well,
it's not that funny.
It's not that funny.
Right.
And I'm mainly talking initially just to Dave and Tobler here. So yesterday I got a message, right? Basically, you know, we're all like, we are all basically logged into the same social media accounts. I predominantly I'm like an Instagram guy, YouTube. That's where I consume content. That's where I fucking live. Eddie, more TikTok. I don't know about you guys. I get a message yesterday morning going, Tom, mate, fucking getting our algorithm on the TikTok's getting real fucked up, buddy. Heaps of flat earth videos. I'm like,
Tom's been on flat Earth
I'm like,
videos.
I don't use the TikTok,
Yes,
dude.
you do.
You've just revealed yourself to be a flat Earth TikToker, you fucking idiot. And now he's like, oh, no, fuck off. You definitely do it. I'm like, I don't go. I
Couple of
fucking hate
things.
TikTok.
Couple of things.
I hate it.
Couple of things. My love of space, well known. Tom loves fucking conspiracy
My
theories.
conspiracy
He's
theories
hiding
are like,
behind
how old's the pyramids?
Bullshit,
How old's
mate.
the pyramids?
Our fucking algorithm
How
on
old's the
there
pyramids?
is riddled. It's
I
almost
don't
got cancer.
go near that thing.
Get up your screen time. I guarantee you, hours in the day on TikTok. Guaranteed.
Okay, a fucking oath, dude.
Get it up.
I don't even know how to get my screen time up. How do you
it
do
is.
that? Where do you go? Just tell me. Direct me.
Go to.
This is not going to be good for you, dude. I don't go on TikTok.
Sure, he doesn't.
How do I get it? Settings?
Settings. Screen time. You probably don't
Screen
have to set it.
time. Turn on screen time. Don't have it. Sorry, buddy. I'll turn it on, though. That'll
Turn
make
it
me
on.
sick.
Just playing dumb so he doesn't have to tell you.
This is my iPhone.
I can see it's not on.
Well, when I'm on there
sorry.
posting shit, it just goes to the following feed anyway, which is like 3 people.
Yeah. So daily average, 0 minutes. Sorry, buddy.
It's 0 minutes for everything, mate.
But anyway, so Eddie's a flat earther. He's a flat earther.
Listen,
Just wanted to let it be known.
If my love of space wasn't well documented, you could have me. But it falls apart.
No,
too
it doesn't.
quickly.
You can love space and be a fucking flat earth
How?
conspiracy theorist.
How the fuck does that work?
Well, just you've got an interest in space.
Fuck off.
You have an interest
You
in
are
space.
clutching, mate.
I'm not clutching at shit. I don't
You
use
reckon?
TikTok.
You reckon someone that loves the stars is a flat earther?
I am shocked that you're a flat earther. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see it for you, but it's also like I'm out and proud. You know what I mean?
You have given that algorithm on there.
Nah. I'm out and proud, dude. I am conspiracy when it comes to age
Some
of
of
the
the
pyramids.
stuff that pops up on there has got nothing
COVID
to do with the
vaccine
pyramids,
efficacy.
mate.
But they're all like really obvious ones. Flat Earth, that is actually something, as someone who likes space, who's trying to like hide. You know what I mean? You thought you were going to get me on it. You're like, fuck, I've really fucked up this TikTok algorithm.
Of course
with
I
flat
thought I'd
Earth
get you
shit.
on it. You're
I've got to
obsessed
try and
with
get Tom on
conspiracy
it.
theories.
And then I go, whoops, joke's on you. I'm never in there. It's all you, buddy.
Okay, so all the conspiracy theories algorithms that we get is not your fault.
if it's TikTok, it's not me. That's all I'm saying.
You reckon you're never on TikTok?
I
That is
swear
the biggest crock
on
of shit
my
in
life.
I've ever
Do you know what I
heard.
go to TikTok? I go to see how shit's doing, then I go, all right, cool,
Yeah,
I'm out.
hang around for 20 minutes and then leave.
No, buddy.
Yes, you would. I
telling
can't
you.
wait for this screen time, but I'm gonna leave it like a month so
Do
you've
it.
forgotten,
Do
and
it.
then we'll
Do it.
pick you back up.
Honestly, this is one where I just couldn't be more comfortable with the outcome of this situation.
I don't
You don't even know when you're on your phone. We'll be playing pool and you just be on your phone
Not
for
TikTok,
fucking 5
though.
minutes in between shots.
Not TikTok.
I don't think
though.
it has to be TikTok. Surely TikTok's taking the data from everything else in your
Probably
phone.
you sitting
It's
there trying to
seeing you.
convince Steph over a nice meal about
well,
the fucking
it's
ice
listening
ball.
to you
Look
say
at
to your
our,
wife
look at
and your
our
kids.
Instagram algorithm. Look at our YouTube algorithm.
I'll look
None
at your
of that
YouTube.
shit
I
is.
saw your Twitter the other day or whatever you were on. It was not good.
Well, the Twitter, that's Twitter, isn't it? I feel like Twitter is like, on Twitter, basically.
Oh,
if
it's
you're on
unraveling
Twitter,
here, buddy.
TikTok knows. TikTok hears you talking to your kids saying the earth is actually flat and it goes, I know what I'm going to recommend this dude.
listen, I'm not on TikTok, so it's not me. But if you go on Twitter, I feel like Twitter
Might be
is
picking
now
up on your
like
conversations, mate.
trans shit and like political stuff. That's all Twitter is, right?
I don't
much.
know. I've literally never go on Twitter.
See, I am on Twitter. You're on TikTok. You're
I
a
think
flat
you're on
earther.
both, buddy.
Well,
I think you're on
listen,
both.
listen. This is all going to come out. I'm going to come out smell like roses. Come back to me in a month. Come back to me in a month, and you're going to be pounding that fucking flat Earth shit. Now, if you want to get your head really twisted, age of the pyramids. Age of the pyramids. That's where you'll find me. The deep, dark recesses of the internet. Not even that deep and dark, though, let's be honest.
But in saying all this, recently we've given D or Dave the login to the TikTok. Very recently.
There you go. Well,
The
these
past
two
couple of
fucking-
weeks,
Yeah, well, listen,
so-
exactly.
In the
These two guys-
in the last 10
the most
days, the flat Earth
self-righteous
rhetoric has fucking gone through the roof.
Trust me, if the Hello Sport TikTok was onto my algorithm, you would know it. You would know it instantly and you would see it and you would have a
To be
go at
honest,
me.
that's why I think it's Eddie. Because if I know when we come in and your Spotify's on the fucking TV, I'm like, oh my god, Dave's been playing music in here again and listening to the lamest shit in
To
the world.
Sandy Tom. Do you remember on Friday?
Yeah, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in
Oh
my hair.
yeah,
came on
yeah.
and
I
then
was
we-
like, what the fuck? Are we?
Tom, you
and
can't-
Slipknot.
Yeah, you got a problem with Slipknot?
I don't have a
Vince.
problem with them. They're just a bit like, I was like, on a fuck, it was like at 10 o'clock on a Friday.
You listen
Slipknot's
to
too
Korn.
much.
You listen to fucking Korn.
Corn
and
are
Limp
way
Bizkit.
better than Slipknot.
Slipknot
But
at 10
it's
a.m.
still,
Corn
it's
and
10 a.m.
Limp
Come on, dude.
Slipknot at 10
Sorry,
a.m.
I'd
too
been
much.
working for 2 hours already that morning.
Well, yeah, sorry, dude.
And
sorry that you were
Listen,
fucking...
apologies that I thought the guy who tried to convince me to drive down to fucking a golf day once that the Earth was going to stop spinning when the magnetic poles flipped. I'm sorry, I thought that guy might be a little bit.
That wasn't what I
ice-wally.
said. That wasn't
Yes,
what I said.
You did.
I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it for you.
You said the Earth was going to stop spinning
No,
and
I
half the
didn't.
Earth was going to
They were
bake
talking about- it was
because it
about
was
the-
going to get caught in the sun.
No,
It's
the
the
polar
day
ice
after
caps.
tomorrow shit.
No, didn't it was the polar
No, you
ice
said
caps
one half
flipping.
of the Earth was going to burn because it would face the sun and not
No,
spin.
it was about the
You told me that in
polar
the
ice
car.
caps,
and
you
I
dumb
said,
fuck.
I said, how the
No.
fuck's that going to work? You silly cunt.
No, incorrect.
That guy,
Incorrect.
That guy, punters and dribblers,
Incorrect.
is an ice wall guy.
Incorrect. What's an ice wall?
You're an
Oh,
ice wall.
playing dumb. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Listen,
Tell me,
Eddie's a flat earther.
Who do you reckon has more fucking flat earther about him? The
That-
guy that
I don't
reckons
give
the
a
Earth's going to stop spinning?
hey, I don't care what your answer is on this because I'm not on TikTok, and that's
We
where
are.
he's pounding it. That's where the algorithm is, and I'm
Mate,
just saying
we all
it's
know
funny.
the apps- we all know the apps
But
listen to
I'm
us.
here, and I'm happy to be like, I'm a Age of the Pyramids conspiracy man, but you are
Amongst
someone
other
who's
things.
like a, self-righteous. Oh, I'm fucking like eating out bloody Neil deGrasse Tyson's asshole, which is I love Neil
Sometimes.
but like
in small doses.
exactly. That's what that answer is exactly what I'm
No,
talking
'cause
about.
he's annoying.
That answer is what I'm talking about, right? So like you are actually the best person to be hoodwinked by flat Earth because you're so
That doesn't
immersed
actually
in
make
it.
sense.
No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You're trying to hide it.
It doesn't make sense.
You're trying to hide the
What you're
flat
saying
Earth.
doesn't make sense.
No,
Tom.
it does.
Whereas you, who thinks the Earth's going to stop spinning soon because some fucking loser
Yes.
on Joe Rogan told you so.
Incorrect.
That guy
Incorrect.
is you're about to hop
Incorrect.
into a fucking into one of those weather balloons and float up and just look for the curvature.
Well, that's how you'd find out, I assume. But Eddie, a flat earther, we do know this.
Cute. Good try, buddy.
Hey, fucking, I've got you. You unearthed yourself.
Tom, every conspiracy theory on there is largely to do with you, and
I
the
don't
uptick in
use
flat Earth
it.
rhetoric aligns with your thoughts and feelings around the Earth stopping spinning.
Edward, I don't use TikTok.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Wait, you don't use it.
I do not use TikTok.
Well, you're always pretty on the
I-
Tobler when you don't see the right fucking
exactly,
captions
dude.
and shit. Well, you never use it though, do you, mate?
Because I am literally running a business around. So I go, hey, TikTok.
But you said you're never on there.
I go on there and I go
you go
straight
for a bit
in
of a
here,
stro-
and
for
I
a bit of
look-
a scroll.
Bullshit. I go and I look
And
at
you
the
see some
numbies.
flat Earth rhetoric you like.
I go
and you
look at the
drive into
numbies
it.
and then I get the fuck out of there because TikTok is a shithole.
After some flat Earth stuff.
No. TikTok's a shithole, mate. That's where you reside.
Bit of ice wall stuff and off you go.
See, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know what the fucking ice wall is, mate.
Are you still with us, punters and dribblers?
Yeah, welcome.
You're still with us.
I was, you know what? I'm a dog. I don't know if I'm a dog, but yesterday I was at the, I was at Westfield. I got out of the car and this woman comes up to me and she had a flat
Tobler's
tire.
favourite place.
Yeah, she came out to me and she had a flat tire, and she's like, "My tire's flat. Can you help me out?" And I'm like,
Binder.
I didn't bin her. I was actually, thank Christ I had to get home. But I was like, she was like, "I can't get the jack out of the car." And I'm like, "You might have found the least handy person in this whole fucking car park, doll." She's like, "Oh, that's okay. Like, oh, I'm really sorry. Like, I just don't know what I'm doing here." And I'm like, and she's like, "I can't get the jack out of the car. Like, it's stuck in there and I don't know what's going on." And I'm like,
It would have been screwed in.
it honestly was the easiest thing. I was able to look handy. I mean, not even handy. It's like, I just had to basically use brute strength. And I went, "Here you go."
Oh, you ripped it out.
I just ripped it out.
And you handed it to her.
Said, "Good luck."
And fucked off. Oh, my God. How old was she?
Oh, she was like fucking 40.
Oh, she wasn't old.
No, it wasn't a grandma. If it was a grandma, I at least would have hung around and called for help. Help! But I did feel bad, but I was at least like glad I had somewhere to be. Like I didn't have to.
Did you
lie
have
to her.
somewhere to be?
No,
What
I
does that
did.
mean?
I'd been there doing like shit all day, and then I had to get
What
home.
were you doing up there?
Mate, we're going away for a wedding on.
So you got to prep.
I had to just go and I had to go get a fucking like a suit, and I had to go and like.
You've got a suit.
Yeah, it's not a fucking. I needed a new suit.
So you can't wear your green one. And it's sort of tux. So what'd you go with?
I went a nice linen number,
What colour?
dark blue,
Nice.
midnight.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, but I I was there, but also like I lost my AirPods when I was drunk. So I
Stop
basically
taking them out with you. It's weird that you do that.
I like it though. I like when you go home because I like when you go home and you're pissed, and it's like if I'm walking home or if I'm in an Uber somewhere, it's like whacking a headphone in. I don't like listening to shit out loud with people around me, like in an Uber. You know what I mean? I find it a bit.
You don't want people to listen to
flat Earth shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to hear about ice walls or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it was just a fucking admin day, and then I dogged this lady and her son, and there was three of them. It was her mum, her, and her kid. And
So there was a grandma there.
there was a grandma there, but she
Right.
wasn't the one asking the questions.
But she was involved.
She was there.
Yeah.
There was a grandma there.
So you dogged 3 generations.
I dogged a family in need. But let's be fair, like maybe not hanging around was the best thing that I could have done for him.
Well, yes. I mean, but it just doesn't shine well on you, right?
But no.
It doesn't. I understand what you're saying. Yes, it's the best thing for them because it means they get to go home sooner.
Yeah.
Where if
If
they
I'd
stick around
stayed
with
trying
you,
to
they have
help
to make they have to call their own audible after 2 hours. Going, this guy's not up to
This
it.
guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Exactly. However, you as a person now comes into
Well, it doesn't shine positively. I mean, at least in their eyes, but I also don't really care what they think. No.
But maybe you should care.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you should care.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should just jack. Look, it's one of those things that I think, push comes to shove. If it's just me v car, I'll do it and I'll work it out.
Do a job.
I'll do a job. But if it's like, do I need to extend my time in this fucking hellhole of Bondi Junction, Westfield?
No.
to go
Look,
and help
I
a grandma
completely
and a mother and a
understand
child?
where you're coming from. If you don't know how to do it, which you don't, you just get the fuck out of there.
Sorry, Dale. Here's your jack.
You just get
Peace.
the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
That's all you
But
do.
so I was going back in to get this fucking suit, pick it up. So I've gone past, I've parked, give the fucking lady the jack. I ripped it out for her, give it to her. Sorry, I'm in a rush. Here's the jack. Go down, get the suit, come back. After farting around again, and they're still trying to work out that. So I had to walk past them again to get to the car.
Did they see you?
Yeah. I'm like,
Oh my god.
good luck.
Oh my goodness. Thomas.
Yep.
What are we gonna do with you, buddy?
It's lucky you don't have a public profile and people might know who you are when you're out.
Fuck, I don't have that much of a public profile. I don't think most people know the fuck I am, mate. Especially not a grandma.
40-year-old.
How old was the son?
40-year-old grandma.
No, he was probably like 12, 13.
Oh yeah, getting close.
Well, listen, he's getting close
Yeah. 3 years away.
to our
mate.
demo, mate. Yeah, we listen soon. Maybe I should have fucking started getting him to follow our Instagram.
Yeah.
Or I'll fucking.
Hand out some tapes, mate.
Well, I'll go, mate. I'll fix you. I'll change your tire if you tell your mates about the podcast.
yeah. If you swear to listen
Yeah,
to
you
it.
got to promise to listen
Pinky promise. You had to
and
pinky promise.
tell all your mates.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to fucking give you a wedgie and flush your head down the toilet. Punters and dribblers, we are brought to you as always by our good friends at Ned's.
We're brought to you by Ned's. We're brought to you by Ned's.
If you're going to have a bet.
Hey, we're brought to you by Ned's.
Now, that's obviously, you've heard this one way later in the podcast. Obviously, we're referencing back to when we were singing at the start of the show. But we are brought to you by Ned's. And also, if you're hearing this in just a previous podcast, this has got,
No context.
although technically it will because the bloke one will have been playing as well.
Correct.
Dynamic insertion, shout out to it. We are brought to you by Ned's, the number one betting platform in town. Big supporters of us here at Hello Sport. Look, I don't want to let you in on any secrets as to how About Even went. About Even, if you're not aware, Punters and Dribblers is our betting show, the number one betting show in town. I don't think anyone got a single bet.
No one did. But some people went worse than others.
Yes.
People that triple staked a lot of things went poorly.
Oh, did Daddy do that?
Sebo's triple staked 2 things.
Did he?
Yeah.
Sucked in. Ned's. If you go to the Ned's app and there is a group tab there, you're going to be able to join our private Ned's group. Obviously, Ned's has all the mod cons and all the things that you'd want to be doing from a betting perspective. But there's an About Even group in there where Eddie, myself, Sebo, Rando, Tobler are in there, and a shitload of other dribblers. And we can all share bets, copy bets at our secret passcode for that, Ed.
Dribbler. No S.
That's
Dribbler.
it. Dribbler.
See you in there.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
It's a good weekend there, mate.
When's the Manly game?
Good for you. Not a great game of rugby league, was it?
Wasn't a great game of rugby league.
Wasn't a great game of rugby league.
Brookie's still heaving.
Brookie fucking just knows what's up, though.
Brookie, Saturday night, 5:30. Great day. Good weather, like nice town.
I heard it was pouring here.
No.
Yesterday.
Sunday
yesterday,
was,
not
yeah.
Saturday. Saturday was phenomenal.
Okay, so poured yesterday.
Where have you been?
Saturday was
I just
hot.
went to Robertson for a couple of nights. Saturday, Sunday.
Down there, just take it easy, mate. Put the feet up.
Feet up, cold air sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Warm jackets.
Nipped into the Robbo for a couple of Guinness.
Yeah.
You know how I like my Guinness, mate.
Yeah. Off the wood.
Off the wood, there was a dribbler in there who bought me a couple of Guinness. Shout out
that's
to him,
nice.
Blake. Blake ended up getting really fucking pissed.
With you?
Not with me, just by himself. Blake was in a...
Just by himself?
No, he was
Blake
with
in there getting fucked up by
Blake,
himself.
Blake was with his mates.
Blake
He played
all right?
footy. Blake was loose as a goose by the end of the night.
And
He was
was
there
he-
with his mates.
But was he coming up to you once he was fucked up? Like the more pissed
No,
he was,
like credit to Blake, credit where credit's due, came up straight away.
Okay, yeah. So
As soon as I walked in, he was on the job. So he wasn't shy about it. But then he got progressively looser, and the interactions
became
probably more frequent.
yeah,
you could say.
reflected his inebriation.
But he was a good bloke, Blake, and he bought me 2 Guinness, and that didn't go unnoticed.
No.
I bought him a beer as well.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well, I was going to say you should return.
I did. I returned it. And I think we got him a whiskey. That probably tipped him.
Well, it sounds like Blake was in for one anyway, right? Blake was fucking.
Shout out to Blake.
Shout out to Blake.
So Brookie was heaving, and credit to it.
Credit to Brookie. Credit to a heaving Brookie. Credit to Dean Madison of Ryan Madison's brother fame, scoring the first try.
I'm just trying to work out.
Is he older or younger, Dean?
There was a lot of love for Dean when he scored, which I liked.
Yes.
Dean was pumped, but so was everyone else.
So is everyone else.
We've still plenty of time for it to be Year of the Bird, right?
Mate, we still got time. Where are
Plenty
we?
of time.
We're 11th.
11th, 12th?
Yeah, it's early doors.
13th?
Yeah, Dean's younger than Ryan.
Yeah, right.
Can we just get a ladder check quick?
Ladder check.
Quick ladder check.
Yup.
I thought, oh no, that got taken off him, didn't it? Ruben Garrick scored. Where are we? 17, 21 points. Mate, we're fucking 2 wins outside the top 8.
2 wins gets us in comfy by a point.
What's our next, who are we playing?
Sharks.
What's our,
Do you want the full draw?
yeah, give us what man we got, because it's round 21 next week. We're into the fucking business end of the season.
8 more
well
rounds.
and truly.
8 more? Yeah.
Which is fucking insane. There's 8 more
Sharks,
rounds.
Dragons, win. Roosters a win. Panthers will be tough, but probably a win. Warriors will win. Bulldogs will beat them.
I actually,
Tigers
Tigers,
will
we
beat 'em.
shit that in.
We've actually got a pretty good run home. So 1, 2, go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more games. All right.
7 more games. It's funny that, like, it used to be, was it 26 or 25 rounds?
26 or
26.
25.
Or was it 26?
No.
It's 26.
Well, it would depend if they did buys over Origin. I don't know. They did a bit of both.
But we played 24 games
Yeah.
now. I think that's up. I think we used to play less. I think it was 22 we used to play.
I thought it was always 24.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I reckon we get
Since,
more
like-
buys now, but they've added a game.
Yeah,
So
since like the
it's-
Titans came in, it's been 24.
They've added a round. So he's 26 with 2, and now it's 27 with 3.
Yeah.
But you still played 24 games, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be it. Did you 2 buys through Origin period? Really fun stuff. I don't know. I fucking hate the Origin period for what it does to the competition now. I don't know if that's an age thing. I don't know if that's like an old man yells at cloud. Like, when I was younger, I was like, I don't give a fuck. But now I'm like, I do give a fuck now.
I think there's a bit to it where the fact that it evens out the comp a bit is kind of nice. Like, if these big teams
what
just dominating
way?
the whole, it just breaks up the competition a bit.
I
I'm
don't
not
like
saying
it.
it's
It's fucking
great.
shit.
I'm not saying I love it,
it'd
but
break
like,
up the competition if you stopped the competition for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And just had Origin bang, bang, bang. But it doesn't break it up when it's during. It kind of fucks it up because you've just, like, the games aren't as good.
I would if you think about other competitions, right? If we can just do that for a moment, punters and dribblers, like the NFL, it's foot on throat stuff the whole time. They don't woo up mid-season to fuck around with it. And the unfortunate thing with the Origin period is because the games are on Wednesday, then you go into camp, you miss 10 days. Like 10 days, those players are out. They miss the whole round, then they play, then they usually, not always, but sometimes get rested for that weekend. So they can miss 2 games in and around that.
Yeah.
Not to mention that it's bye-round footy, so there's only 4 games on out of 8 or 7 out of 8. It just hampers it. And it goes for 6 weeks or longer. I think maybe there's 6 or 7 weeks of affected time, which is fucking outrageous.
And then you think about like a team like the Roosters, who are in desperate need of fucking their best players playing, and Tedesco's rested, which isn't like, I get why you're resting him. He's had a grueling fucking, but it's like,
oh, he needs to be, but he needed a breather.
absolutely. But you go on like, they need their best players. They're a team that is grossly underperformed this year, and it's like, oh, we've actually rested our fucking one of our best players
Exactly.
off the back of Origin. It's like, it's just a bit of a shit show. Penrith rested all their players.
Or like Gutherson as well, who sat in New South Wales camp to play 3 minutes and couldn't play for the Eels because he was in camp.
What a fucking, for 30 grand. Love that.
And also, I think it's more, it comes into stark contrast more because we lost the first 2 games of Origin. So the last game's a dead rubber. So it's, you sort of just go super limp. You know what I mean? Like, you've got one of the great pumps on at the start of the season. You're hammering away, having a great time. Then you get to Orange and you're fucking, you're
It's like
up.
you've finished, but your partner hasn't finished, and you've got to try and get them
I don't
to...
even think you've finished. I think you've just gone
maybe you've
soft.
gone, well, whatever, you've gone soft, but you're now trying to finish off your partner here, and
You can't.
it's impossible.
It's impossible.
you lose an interest as much as anything
100%.
else,
And now you try to get yourself going again for the rest of the season.
which is tough. But you need to start like, you got to probably put some porn on, some highlights.
I think you need to go take a breather, a bit of like, chill out time.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
that's why Tedesco's gone to Byron.
go have a glass of orange juice. I don't know what does anything. Is there a drink that works better than others
To get you primed.
to help get you primed?
Maybe you've got to crush up some Viagra into something.
I'm talking like, obviously Viagra would do a job, I'd imagine, but I'm talking like, is there
A natural, like a sort of a Chinese herbal medicine.
is like an oyster drink or something, you know what I mean?
There's some,
Goat weed or something? Isn't that horny?
well,
goat weed?
best drinks for erectile dysfunction. You got pomegranate juice, beetroot juice, milk, some caffeinated beverages. Avoid alcohol.
Go have a big glass of
Milk.
straight from the udder.
I used to fucking love milk. You remember how much we used to love milk?
I used to love milk so much.
We used to smash that shit. I can't
I
can't handle it.
Listen, if the mood struck and someone was to pour a big cold glass of the good stuff, I'm probably inclined to work it over.
Yeah, but
But
like
my love of milk has
fallen off a cliff.
Remember that we'd get home, we'd get our. This is an insight into what we used to eat in Bathurst, punters and dribblers. We'd come home from a big shop. We'd have fucking milk coming out the wazoo.
we got like fucking
3 litres.
12 litres of milk on week.
You'd get the pickle juice, a pickle. And someone said the other day, only Yanks eat fucking pickle sauce.
No, pickle
Yeah, okay.
relish.
People
the fuck
with taste buds eat
Yeah.
pickle sauce. You
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You get the roll out, bang, ham, cheese, pickle sauce. That goes onto the toaster, and then you'd whip up one of the great Nesquiks all the time. That's living.
That's living.
And I couldn't tell you the last Nesquik I had.
No, mate. No, I wouldn't have come near fucking Nesquik. But milk just to like have a glass of now, or like when the girls are having it, or just, the fucking cafe gave me a milk coffee instead of my fucking oat. You got a booger in your right nostril head. I can't stand this shit.
Can't stand it.
Makes you feel sick.
Yeah, I don't like normal milk in a coffee now. It fucks me up.
No, fucks. It's
Don't like it.
No, it's gross. Anyway,
What do you do? Punters and dribblers? What do you do? Obviously, Peter Volandi's a dear friend of the show.
yes.
Pete, what's the plan, Pete? Think there needs to be a plan.
Pistol.
Pistol Pete, because as the NRL gets bigger and better and more scrumptious, more diddly-umptious, Tom, then I think that there needs to be complete focus on its success. And ripping the guts out of her for 7 weeks, obviously Origin's elite. I'm not here to
Impugn.
I'm not impugning on Origin's good work.
Yep.
However, we must call it as we see it. The NRL turns into one of the great steaming heaps of shit during the Origin period, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
No, it's a bit composty.
Oh, it's composting as fuck. But composting's good. So I
No,
don't even
that's
know
the
if
thing.
it's
Yeah,
composting.
composting is good actually. So maybe it's not compost. Maybe it's just garbage.
It's like when your dog does a huge dump and you go to pick it up and you get some on your hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like just an actual dump, like when you go to a dump and there's just rotting garbage, and people aren't receiving.
We went out to the dump on the weekend at Mossvale because Ella likes to they've usually got a store there where you can buy shit.
What do you mean buy shit from the dump?
So people take shit to the fucking tip and they sort it and they sell it, right? It's not like the old. Last time you've been to the dump was when?
I couldn't tell you last time.
Back in our day.
Yeah.
Not to make us sound too fucking old.
No.
But you would go to the dump and it was just big piles of fucking rubbish that they would push into pits.
Yes.
And it stunk and there were fucking flies everywhere.
That's
now
that's
they're
my
sorting
memory
this
of
shit to within an inch of its life. I don't know if that's a universal thing, but this was a clean fucking setup.
Not to get all ice wally on you. I don't reckon
putting them on?
I don't reckon recycling's real.
You don't reckon they've recycled?
No, I'm joking, but I don't think they do it as much as you. There was like a fucking there was a thing in the newspaper maybe like last year sometime where there was like a garbage route in fucking Maroubra or somewhere around there where they hadn't been doing that. They hadn't been doing the recycling for like 5, 6, 7.
Well, they just jump it in.
They just whack it all in the same thing.
I don't have an opinion on that.
That one story has shaped that entire.
Yeah. All I can say is this place wasn't like a tip of old.
Yes. No. Tips have leveled up a little bit, have they?
Yeah, no, Tom's onto something. There's been a lot of stories I've heard about things recycling, or apparently we send it off to China and they reportedly recycle it, but then they don't. This article I've just found, November 2022, Australia's largest plastic bag recycling program revelations hundreds of millions of bags and other soft plastic items dropped off by customers at Coles and Woolworths are being secretly stockpiled in warehouses and not recycled.
Why are they stockpiling?
So they intend
Because they got
to
nothing to
recycle
do with it. Recycling's like too expensive for them to do it, so they're just like, fuck it, we'll keep it here.
It's one of the great Whirlpools recycling. Again, one article I read about Maroubra.
There might be something in that, punters and dribblers. Now, how does that tie in with
Well, what did you get from the tip?
We didn't get anything.
Nothing there?
Nothing took her fancy.
No.
She'll find things there, though.
Is it like, I mean, I'm assuming it's clean. I just imagine like a fucking wall full of like rubbish and shit.
Well, listen, I
lamps
don't
stuff.
know if necessarily I think people take shit to the tip, right? And they go, well, this could be for sale. And they hand it in. It's like a Vinnie's, but not. It's like, it's not a Vinnie's.
Tippies.
It's Tippies. She's found some shit there before at the tip. Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm sure she found some shit.
Well, she's found some stuff. Some keepable stuff.
Some keepables.
She's found some keepables at the tip. So let's fix that up if we can, punters and dribblers. Obviously, you have nothing to do with that, but...
Well, no, lobby your local member.
Lobby your local member. Lobby your local club.
Yeah.
What about that?
Yep.
Lobby your local club.
Look, Origin... Sorry, no, you can finish your sentence there. I wanted to talk to you about something else, though.
I was moving on.
Oh, good.
I was talking about lobbying your local member.
Okay.
If you're a Tigers fan.
Well, fuck. They got a few members in that merge shithole. And we'll get to the Tigers in a second of not a good rugby league side. And we look here, they played and Bradman Best had a good game and he scored a try there. Bradman Best, Origin, Booger's still there.
Do you want me to blow my nose?
Well, no, I'm just wondering if it's visible to... It's just a booger hanging out of your nose, you know what I mean? Like
maybe I'll go fix it and come back.
that way. I think you're good. I think you got it. Did you see... I don't know how real this is, but like Bradman Best being interviewed after the game by the New South Wales Rugby League fucking media team.
Are they allowed to do media interviews?
Well, with the team, like a team-based thing. So it's like New South Wales team media, Manly team media.
So that's okay.
Because it's just not media that have like that are like paid by the game.
Yep.
He said that his grandma got in a fucking stink with another grandma at bingo over Origin on Origin night. Is there? Wow.
Who did she get the chockies? Do we know?
I would be shocked if Nana Best didn't flog the fuck out of some old bird.
And what was it over?
Origin.
No, but like she obviously
She was a Queenslander.
Who? Nana Best is?
No, Nana Best is Bradman is.
No, I know, but obviously we've seen the old man.
Well, true.
Who supports Queensland, so I'm a little confused.
I think grandmas, nans will support their grandsons and daughters over all else, even if they were proud Queenslanders.
I think that's probably...
You know what I mean?
I think that's probably a fair comment. Yep.
Do you want to put the sound on the TV?
I just can't imagine
We're here
Nans
with blue number 309, Bradman Best on debut. Congratulations, first of all. What did you make of the game there? Fast, tough, but obviously, good to get the win and stoked to be a Blue and just proud of the boys and it's been an unreal week.
Can you talk us through that double there?
Just playing outside, two of the best in the world. Code and Teddy there. We just been practicing all week and they just came and very happy to get over.
You had a little moment in the tunnel there before you ran out with Jacob. How special was it to run out there, pull on a blue jersey with your Knights teammate? Yeah,
so special. J-Saf, he's my boy. He's always looked after me coming through as a young'un. I was sort of leaning on him, throughout the pre-season in Clubland. And I told him, this is my goal, and he's helped me achieve that. And to share that moment and moment after, very special.
Your mum spoke last night about your passion for the blue jersey since you're a young kid. What's gone through your mind in the sheds tonight? You pull on that blue jersey for the first time. You're about to run out and make your State of Origin debut.
Those cuts on his face look really uncomfortable. Look like that sting like a motherfucker.
Look down at my number and the last name on the jersey and just a dream come true and
not to him.
It was everything I ever dreamed of.
To me, yes, to us.
And another story from last night. Heard your nan got into a bit of a stink at bingo.
Yeah, Nan was all fired up back in the Blues and she got into a blue with another Queenslander. So that's the passion she has and that's family.
And from a personal perspective, how was your preparation this week? Obviously coming in,
mate. Honestly,
also heavy conditioning. Comment there. Nan 100% has a shin tat. I agree with that.
100% heavy conditioning. You fucking nailed that. Listen. We acknowledged as much last week, but it's probably worth reiterating. Obviously, Tom and I were shocked when we heard that Bradman Best had been selected. But that was because he's been playing in a shit system and we thought it may well be a bit of a roll of the dice, bit of a gamble. As it turned out, it was one of the great fucking rolls of the dice all the time.
Absolutely.
Now,
but what it was...
If we can, right, I'd be looking to select blokes based on their nans moving forward.
Well, certainly, I don't even, not necessarily purely on their nans, but I wouldn't mind having a fucking quick chat to them on the phone.
I wouldn't mind it being part of the selection criteria, Tom. I'm not saying that you pick blokes because their nans are weapons.
No.
You get blokes that don't even play footy in the side, right?
Well, exactly, yeah.
But it's certainly got to hold some sort of weighting.
I think what you should really be doing if you're New South Wales is trying to cultivate situations where the grandmas of certain players unwillingly are put into situations that are going to basically see if they're fight or flight.
Because you need to see if that fight mentality or characteristic has been passed on.
Are we dealing with a lioness, a matriarch here who's prepared to fucking throw hands for the state?
That's right.
And it would seem like Nana Best, fucking, she doesn't mind, letting the hands go.
And that's what we're saying. We need people prepared to let the hands go. We need fighters, not flighters.
Yeah.
Because flighters, I'm a flighter, so it's the mark of a beater. I completely understand that. It's the same apparently with premature ejaculation, right? Beaters just slip their dicks in, get a load off before the fucking alphas come and rip your head off. So you need to be able to pump quick.
That's right. It's like the quicker you nut, it's like that's your evolutionary
that's your safety
advantage.
Thing. Because you were trying to fuck all these women, right? And you were getting bashed for it because you couldn't get a nut off quick enough. So it's like slip in, nut, get out of town.
Yes.
So I think we're looking for blokes with stamina and with a bit of fucking mongrel in them.
Yes. I don't care about the sexual stamina of the grandmas as much. I don't think that's important.
I'm talking about the guys.
Yeah, just about if Nan can fight and you take ages to come. Pick him. I was listening to Gerds has a new podcast with Ben Teo.
It's all that.
The Medicine with Gerds and Teo. And I was listening to it this morning. And I mean, it was kind of the shit we were talking about as well in regards to Bradman Best, but it was like, when he was selected, you're like, what the fuck? Like, as in, yes, he's always been touted and talented, but you're just like, this doesn't seem like the logical person to pick.
No.
But Freddie and Brandy obviously have seen him come through the juniors and know that the kid's got a bit. So it's like, they're not taking a gamble. They know what he's capable of if he's given opportunities with good players. And it's like, he just... if I'm Bradman Best and I see what I can be at the highest level of the game when I'm playing outside weapons, I'm like, I'm looking to get the fuck out of Newcastle quick sticks.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Unfortunately, there's a lot of clubs like that where I think that you could go to die, so to speak.
Yeah,
so
but I'd be on the hunt. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if there were clubs looking to sign Bradman Best now.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not off the back of that performance.
You know what I mean?
Back of, we know he's got stamina and we know his grandma can fucking brawl.
Yeah.
I mean, the world's his oyster, as it were, Tom. However,
there were whispers that they were looking to move him and fucking one of the Saifidis on this year. Like, that was a rumour doing the rounds, that Newcastle were looking to get rid of Bradman Best and one of the Saifidis this year.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that as well. But unfortunately for them, Newcastle is their home. And much like Ponga, you know, like Ponga fucking goes into Origin, rips and tears, goes back to Clubland. He's okay, but
he's good. Like, he's definitely good, but it's just like your team's shit.
some people just need to play at Newcastle, you know. They need
players. Yeah, they do.
Players.
They do need players.
Congratulations to Newcastle on the weekend. Another loss.
Yes, and to Bradman Best.
Oh, no, another win.
No,
right?
another win, another loss.
Another win, I meant. Like, they're going okay, but it was the Tigers, right?
Look, they're going okay, but it was the Tigers. But I love Bradman Best, and I hope that he gets to play for another club. But he won't. He's a woy boy. You know, that's that area, right?
Boy.
He's a woy boy.
Boy, he could play for Manly.
I know he could play for Manly. We just signed like 12 fucking people though, so I don't know how that'll work. Sharks suck. That's about it, dude. Sharks are shit.
Dave, whilst we're on rugby league, can you get up Sharks for the top 8 record?
Yeah.
They've beaten one side that is now in the top 8. Dude, you know what I heard?
Like over the last 2 seasons? Because this has become a thing.
They're the real flat track bullies, Gerds.
Yeah, call them out, mate.
Call them out, bruh. I was listening to Scope's show on SEN.
Shout out to Scope.
Shout out to SEN. Our chat with Toby Rudolph last week, and then our most recent one, Millie Boyle.
That's up on our YouTube at the moment, but
this week we don't have
a word
one.
of warning. There isn't an episode out this Tuesday on SEN. They have got
there's a football game on.
I think they've got a football friendly on that they're calling. So we've been moved back, but that's okay. Just 7 days, so we'll be back to normal
proceedings next week.
Proceedings
with the great and powerful Wirramu Mason.
Fucking pumped for that.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good yarn. But Scope was on SEN. Him and the Missile do a show on Saturday morning called the Mowers Club. And
for mowers.
Yes. And Scope said that Sugar, I'm just dropping a lot of names here, Joel Kane, Sugar Kane, tipped him into the Cowboys a few weeks back being $15 to make the top 8.
Wow. What are they coming now?
8, I think.
Cowboys, I think they just slipped out of the 8 because someone had a bye. I think they're 9th, yeah.
And they've still got a buy in hand, though, don't they?
No, buys are done.
No, they do have a buy in hand.
No, some of them got buys. Yeah, they've got a buy. They do. They've only had 2.
They're equal points with people.
So then they're basically in the top 8 if you give them a buy. The more I look at this thing, why do we fucking give points out for buys?
It's silly.
But anyway.
Well, it's so you don't lose, you don't go backwards is the idea.
Yeah, okay. But 15 buckaroos, dude.
Sugar, I tell you what, Sugar, when we had him on and when we've talked to him previously, seems to have some good oil from time to time on things. And I wouldn't mind Sugar tipping us into a couple of things.
Well, I'm like, where the fuck were you on that one, Scope?
No one sends us anything.
What the fuck, man?
What mail do we get sent?
Give us some fucking juicy mail, dude.
Because that's not even mail. That's just Eyes Up Rugby League.
That's all it is. It's not, you're right. It's not mail. It's just going, the cows will click at some point because they're a good side.
But I thought, I felt like we're friends. We're in that world.
We're part of SEN. We're friends with Scope. Scope's a friend of ours. We had him on. We had Sugar on. Why aren't we?
Are we not in the family?
Is there a WhatsApp group or something?
Is it because we don't do it live?
Is it because we don't go into
Is that what it is?
Well, we've never been invited in.
Are we seen as the black sheep of the family?
What are we? Are we just like the
those
outcasts?
cunts who do it out of their own studio.
Yeah, I'm not giving them a $15 sure thing.
Disgraceful.
What I mean,
Listen, we can change our tone if you want, Scope. We can change our tone. I don't want to.
I don't want to. I love you.
But I'll change it.
I'll fucking I'll go an octave higher or lower. That tone can change right up.
Are you going to go higher or lower?
Well, it depends what the situation calls for.
A couple of things out of that Warriors-Sharks game, though, punters and dribblers. One, love seeing the Warriors do well. I just do.
Yep.
I love seeing the Warriors fucking go hard and rip and tear. The Sharks suck, though. It is what it is. It's just, we just accept it.
And that's not to take away, because the Warriors are actually a good footy side this year, but the Sharks are just piles of
Look at that.
human
24,000 at Auckland at Mount Smart. That's just good stuff.
Look at that, though. A Heinz Nicker at any time is usually that's a very popular same-game multi.
A Heinz Nicker,
Yeah. And they just get flogged and it still happens.
Well, but people get greedy, fat little
piglets.
Little piglets, and that there'd be a Mulatalo in there or a Katoa or something.
Mulatalo would have fucked 1 million people this weekend.
Fuck Sebo, shout to Sebo.
Yeah, shout to Sebo. He might have fucked me as well, actually. But look at that, dude. The Sean John. I was listening to this game as opposed to watching it, turning the volume up as I walked past that woman changing her tyre. Sound like Sean Johnson ripped and fucking teared this game.
He did well in Supercoach. Real well.
Yep. He's fucking... I like Shawnee Johnson. Come on the show, bruh. We're almost getting... Oh, he's had a kid actually now, so he's time off.
That bumped?
Well, unfortunately, I think we might have
been... Have we been bumped?
I think we might have been bumped for his baby bump.
That's disappointing.
That's a pregnancy joke. Yeah, look, it is disappointing. It is disappointing because I would have thought, like, you know...
Couple of stand-up guys like you and I.
Yeah, a couple of nice guys.
In the crease jumpers.
Fucked left, right, and centre here. You know, it's Scope not giving us tips. Sean Johnson bumping us for his newborn child.
Not feeling the love. Not feeling the love. Anyway, this little segment basically, punters and dribblers, just reminding Sharks fans that you're not all that chop.
Well, you like basically when the whips are cracking and it's like when the big boys are coming out to play, you don't have it. You don't have it. It's tough.
So I got some stats on the Sharks. So taking out last year where they finished third, you go back to 2020 and they finished the season 10 wins, 10 losses, 0 points difference, amazingly. Same for and against, like 484, 480 against. They didn't beat a top 8 side all season in terms of sides that finished in the top 8 in 2020. This season, the only top 8 side they've beaten is the Eels, and that was in round 2 when the Eels were sitting in last place. And yeah, so apart from 2022 where they finished third, they haven't had a positive record against the top 8 side.
Jesus. They are flat trackers.
Massively flat trackers. And if memory serves me, last year in the finals they went loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oftenly referred to as DOS loss.
DOS loss.
You don't want to go DOS loss.
No,
There's nothing more mortifying in rugby league football than going DOS loss. That means finishing in the top 4 going loss. See you later, bro. You're out.
Thanks for coming.
You're a fucking loser.
Yep.
And that's the Sharks. No offense. But
no offense, but it is what it is, and it is what it is, you know?
It is what it is.
Roosters also sitting in the bottom 4 now after this week.
Yeah, and you love to see it, Dave. I think every single rugby league fan who doesn't pretend they go for the Roosters, which is the Roosters fans, can comfortably sit here in front of themselves, in front of their friends and their family, put it on the public record and say, I am very happy to see the Roosters doing poorly.
I think for those of us going for clubs who are struggling to find form, i.e. the Manly Seagulls, although the run home looking delicious, nothing brings me greater joy, literally, than watching the Roosters crash and burn. It just gets me going. It makes me feel things. Yeah. And I look at their side and I looked at the fact they're coming 14th, third last.
Fourth.
Yeah, fourth last. Yeah, they've had some injuries, sure. But
like not really.
Not really. Nothing crazy.
Not like us.
Not like Manly, that's right. So for the fact that you're coming fucking fourth last is just music to my ears, really.
Sucked in. And your side's still good. That's the problem. That's why it's like you've got a good side. You have a good rugby league team.
They've got a great rugby league team, Tom. That's the fucking funny part about it.
Bad beat for me in that Penrith Fish game. Tarno 2+ straight away, and then Dylan Edwards goes over, called an obstruction. What do you do?
Yeah, listen, none of us got a bet right and about even.
Not one.
And I think the Lippy did, so do the math.
Dude, the Lippy almost got fucking Adam Fanua-Blake and that
Hazelton.
Oh, that
so you got
charge
Adam,
down.
Hazelton Testy Pop City for me.
Or maybe the Lippy didn't get a bet.
Because he got that Hazelton one, intercept, and then he got taken back.
Yeah. Because I remember, because someone put in the group, Hazelton, and then I went and checked and he hadn't scored him. Well, that's wrong.
Tobler.
Yeah, I was watching it, and he got the charge down.
But you didn't say anything after that.
Yeah, no, Rando did.
Okay.
He just said bad beat, but I mean, like, you should probably own it. Like, you should probably own it. You know? Wait until it says try confirmed. You know.
I was just trying to. Well, I successfully jinxed the lippy.
I actually do appreciate that.
So
well done, mate. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well done.
Is that rugby league?
No, I don't know if it's entirely rugby league. The Tigers are apparently having some fucking meeting.
Actually,
this club.
We talked about that at the start. They never got to it.
No, this club's just one of the great jokes of all time in the sense that there's like, they were Fulton, who's the new recruitment manager, who was signed without the consultation of the coach or assistant coach and Benji Marshall. Him and Benji don't get on, apparently. And Benji didn't want Schuster and Fulton did, and Benji came out and was like, don't want him. And then Fulton wants like Jack Cogger or whoever it is who's playing for the Panthers. Yep. Benji wants Aiden Caesar from the Super League, so he gets that. Like, disagreements on all levels, but it's like you've got a recruitment guy that basically...
Aiden Caesar?
Listen, it's a Tigers signing, I'm not going to lie. No disrespect to Aiden. You know, like you're signing Aiden out of Super League or you've got Jack Cogger who's in a Penrith system. I don't know, maybe you could say it's easier to be good in a Penrith system because their system's good. If Has Caesar even got one man of steel over there, though? And I know that's not a prerequisite, but I like to sign players that are one man of steels if I'm signing from the Super League.
Well, they did. They got Jackson Hastings. He'd won a steal.
Yeah, and they should have kept him.
They should have.
But
it's been going all right.
Anyway, so they were having a meeting apparently to try and break bread between those two, but they didn't even invite Sheens, the coach. He didn't even know what was going on.
Lee Hadjipatelis of
hell of a last name fame.
Walked out of a lunch the other day raising money for, I think, a player who was...
No, it was Anderson, the coach.
Oh, Anderson, that's right. After Alan Jones, who doesn't give a fuck,
picks a fucking charity benefit fundraising gala to fucking roast Lee.
Both of them. Lee and Pascal just gets up there and just murders them and says, get rid of the fucking board. Obviously,
the fish rots at the head.
That's exactly what he said. He worked there. He coached there. Obviously, punters and dribblers, those that might be a little bit wet behind the ears. And Lee got up and left, walked out of the luncheon because he didn't want to hear that shit. Now, Lee, under incredible pressure to deliver, thinks Jesus might need to get the coach and the recruitment manager in a room and try to break some bread here because I've played a bit of a shocker, a Barry Crocker, and I've recruited a recruitment guy who the coaches don't like.
Well, I didn't even consult the coach.
Right. So, but they're both true.
And those coaches, one's an aging former coach, and the other one is a guy that's never coached.
Yep.
And I didn't consult them when bringing over this guy,
which seems like a strange thing to do.
It does, because
you would have thought, punters and dribblers, that you would want synergy,
stability,
a relationship between your recruitment guy and the coach.
But I want what's more interesting to me, or more alarming, is that. And it must have been said on one of the Sunday.
It'd be like us hiring
shows.
A producer we hate, that we think's dog shit.
Yeah. But also leaking the internal rumblings of Hello Sport, of which there aren't any, as far as I'm aware. But leaking them to people. It's like, why the fuck do we know the Tigers
constantly
are having another meeting about this shit that's going on? They have one of the great leaks in the history of rugby league. I know everything that's going on right there. There must be like a fucking live feed camera in that.
The only thing I can think of, right, in terms of the leaks, is it's got to be related to the dirty merger aspect. It's got to be competing factions internally going, fuck these cunts, I'm going to leak it. Obviously, people in there don't like, again, this is just alleged punters and dribblers, but you'd have to think people in there don't like the Pascal Hadjipatelis combination, and they're trying to wide out by releasing this shit to the media. That's the only thing I can think of.
But it's been happening for like years now. Every single thing that's going on in there gets leaked.
If you went back, and I'm not prepared to do it, I don't think anyone's prepared to do it. Maybe AI could go back and sort of rip out what we've talked about in regards to the Tigers. It wouldn't have changed over the 7-year period we've been doing the show. No. Wouldn't have changed one iota. Tigers suck. Tigers in turmoil. Board's fucking...
Players they've recruited haven't lived up to the thing. Oh, coaches are shit. We're going to sack the coach. No, we're going to get a new coach. Players are happy with the new coach. Players aren't happy with the new coach. New coach sucks. We're getting
Brooks
rid of
still
coach.
bad. Brooks still there. Brooks still there. Brooks gone now, obviously.
Brooks, we're getting rid of Brooks. Brooks re-signed $1 million. We're getting rid of Brooks. Brooks re-signed $1 million. Getting rid of Brooks. Brooks extended.
Yeah.
The only new thing is that Brooks finally fucking left.
So, if you're a Tigers fan, you must be ripping your fucking hair out watching this shit. Just going, why the fuck?
I just can't imagine what it'd be like.
Why wasn't Benji and Sheensy consulted about bringing in a recruitment manager? Again, it'd be like us getting lumped with some fucking useless producer we hated, and B, was
Not
shit.
even necessarily useless. It'd be like you or I hiring someone without telling each other.
It'd be like someone hiring someone for us.
Yeah.
A producer.
Yeah.
Without our say-so.
Yeah.
And they suck. Like Tobler.
Well, they don't have to suck. So you're not saying Fulton sucks.
It'd be like getting Tobler, but not knowing about it.
Not knowing.
Like knowing what we know now about
and
Tobler.
then getting him
but
again.
then get him again.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like.
It'd be like Dave hiring Tobler without asking.
Yes. That's exactly what it'd be like.
Yeah.
And then Dave leaking it to the media.
Yeah.
Just to white Andy's dads.
Yeah.
Not happy.
That's sort of exactly it, I think.
Now, what I found interesting is that there was no update on relationships since. So it was like this meeting happened, but...
No, well, it almost felt like we were hearing about the meeting as the meeting was happening. Like today, the fucking...
But what I'm saying is nothing came out about it afterwards.
Well, not yet. It's literally, I think it was yesterday. So that'll probably get leaked. That's probably getting leaked now. You know what I mean? That'll be getting leaked right now. Speaking of meetings coming up, apparently
Yes,
Joey
huge
and Maddie.
Huge one.
Joey and Maddie booked in for lunch somewhere. I'd suck a good old dick to find out where it is and just have a booking at the same time.
We want punters and dribblers out and about this week. So if there's an opportunity for you, and you live in Sydney, if there's an opportunity for you to go to the cafe to get lunch or breakfast, you do that. Doesn't matter which cafe it is, just pick one.
Pick one.
Where you think that two immortal/one non-immortal brothers might go to break bread. Just vibe it. Just go a vibe. Think, when would they go? Maybe they don't want to be seen, so maybe they go in a bit of a down period. Maybe it's like a 10:30, 11 o'clock sort of thing, pre-lunch, post-breakfast. Maybe that's when you go down to the cafe, try to fucking spot some brothers breaking bread, because we want to know where it is.
Yes.
Because we wouldn't mind putting a plaque on that table.
Well, we need to know where the bread was broken. We need to know. It's as simple as that. And I think it's one of those things. I love that it's like consumes the thoughts of every fucking 18 to 45-year-old male in the country
Mate,
who likes rugby league.
It's headline news.
Yeah.
The Wallabies must be going. We are balls deep in a rugby championship.
World Cup preparation.
World Cup prep. World Cup around the corner. We can't get a fucking headline 10 pages in from 10 pages from the back, and they're on the back page. Whole thing. John's brothers prepared to go and have lunch.
I know. But in fairness, I am interested in that lunch.
Everyone is. It's the talk of the town. Hundreds of drones celebrating the Matildas fell into the Yarra River in Melbourne. Like hundreds of them malfunctioned at the same time.
When?
The other night?
Is there
The
footage
other
of
night.
it?
Yeah, there's footage.
Please get footage of that. We keep this in. We're back in here. We're back in.
Hundreds of malfunctioning drones fell into the Melbourne's Yarra River during a light show on Friday. They had to get divers in there to get them all out.
No.
Yeah.
This is...
How do hundreds malfunction at the same time?
Also, how about FIFA, those fucking scumbags trying to make us cover up all the statues outside that stadium? They've now had to walk that back.
Outside of Allianz.
Yeah.
They were, I think the term was cleansing the site.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You're going to come to a country
as if statues are marketing?
But statues of greats in whatever, like it's culturally important, these things. And they're going, oh, no, sorry, you're going to have to put fucking covers over them. It's going to look like shit. I get getting rid of like sponsors and stuff that are like, you know, if you need to cover Allianz or whatever, but like, go fuck yourself covering all your greats. Thank Christ they've turned that around. Like it's been reversed. Or whether they were like, yeah, maybe that's a fucking joke.
Well, people probably kept ripping them off. Been like, fuck
and
off.
that would have been good if we just kept ripping them off. But
absolutely disgraceful. Now, listen, the Matildas, obviously the World Cup, I think starts Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
does it start Thursday? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
starts on
pumped for that.
Thursday.
I am pumped for
Ireland.
this.
The Tillies beat France on the weekend 1-0
Yes, saw that.
match.
Saw that.
I don't like this drones.
No,
in the
this
water
drone
thing.
thing's a bad omen.
It's a bit ominous. Hundreds fell in this. How do hundreds of drones fall into the water at the same time?
You know what? It kind of looks beautiful until all the lights go out. Dude. Oh, no.
Imagine being in charge of the
That's
drone
what I was just
show.
thinking. I was just thinking, if you're the drone guy,
And you got to come up with excuses as to why you fucked up.
what happened, what did go wrong? Has there been an explanation? Just they malfunctioned?
I don't know. They must all be on the same system, and then they all just crashed.
Shout out to the Daily Oz where we're seeing this. Drones are intended to celebrate the Matildas. Yep. Okay.
Flowerfolk.au, our poor planet. Yeah, they sent divers in.
They
to
went
get
in to
out,
get
so
them.
calm down.
Calm down, flower folk.
There's literally footage of them getting
There's
out.
literally footage of them getting it. Did you watch? It would not shock me if flower folk didn't watch the video.
Of course not.
It still says, for reasons still to be determined, the drones broke off from their programmed routine and descended into the river.
Do you reckon this is someone fucking, maybe against the boss or just,
Well, like hacking the drones.
we just like programs them to fly into the river?
It's not even that impressive a light show. Like it's
Looks like pure shit.
it doesn't look great. Now that may be because
I'm blaming that on the
sky.
malfunctioning of the drones, though.
I'm not putting that on our girls, on our golden girls, and our Tillies.
No.
They're still going to get it done. Fuck that. That's a Melbourne thing. That's not a Matilda.
Well, listen, the mistake they've made is doing that light show in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's the first game in Melbourne. I bet it is.
No,
Where's
I'm
the
pretty sure it's
final?
here.
Is the final at the MCG?
I could understand if it was. I'll be honest, but it could also be at ANZ Stadium, which is a big pile of shit, or a core, whatever it's called.
Here we go. So the first match is actually New Zealand, Norway, because they've got the 5 p.m. time slot.
Sure, Tillies. Where are the Tillies?
Which
first
is
game?
in the Tilly's first game is 7 p.m. that night, 8 p.m. against Ireland, and that is
It's at a call.
at ANZ, at a call,
Okay.
and then the final.
This will be a fucking cool tournament. I'm excited. Like, obviously, women's football is also like it's good, but we're good.
No, we're good.
Like, we're good.
That's the important.
That's the important thing.
piece
We're
of the
good.
puzzle.
the finals at a call.
We're good.
Oh, Sydney.
There you go. Fuck yeah. Sucked in Melbourne. Why the fuck do we waste our time down there with this dumb drone shit over
Stupid.
the Yarra River?
Well, listen. If they did have the final, they might have lost it. You know. What I mean?
That
I'm not-
actually
are you
might have
ruling
been the
that
end of
out,
it.
Tommy?
Yeah, that
I'm
would
not
be the
ruling
end,
that
but
out.
No, that makes sense.
Anyway, shout out to the Tillies. We'll be right up. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Go Tillies, go. Go Tillies, go. Did you see friend of the show, hopefully, once a trader, now not a trader, Eddie Jones, after the Wallabies lost to Argentina in a very disappointing loss?
34-31 on the Bell stuff.
Yeah. Very Wallabies of them, unfortunately. Eddie said after we lost to the Argies, I don't know where Argentina are ranked, but basically going, the All Blacks better be ready.
Yeah, he did say that.
The All Blacks better be ready.
The All Blacks of who were, at least I watched the highlights, were fucking clinical against the Springboks.
A lot of Brendan McCullum about that comment. You know what I mean? Like
Worse.
basically won.
Worse, bro. Worse. It'd be like McCullum. It'd be like England losing handsomely to Ireland in the cricket and being like, "Wait, look at us, we're fucking ready."
We're coming.
After Australia's beat India in the World Test Championship.
Do you know Australia A lost to Tonga as well? So Australia A lost to Tonga. So, like, we lost to Argentina, and then Australia A, James O'Connor, Bernard Foley, fucking, like,
a
lost.
relatively good outfit.
Well, it's like it's Tonga, who aren't that.
No, I'm just saying, like, the Australian A was relatively stacked, right?
Well, yeah, enough that you probably shouldn't be losing to Tonga, I would have thought. What are you showing us there, Dave?
I'm just
27,
finding
21.
Australia, Tonga.
Yeah, lost. Okay, let me see here. Let's see. Falau Fainga, Taniela Tupou. Why isn't Taniela Tupou in the fucking top side? Luke Sakaya Loto,
Lockie Swinton,
Caden Neville,
Jake
Swinton,
Gordon, Bernard Foley.
Corey
James
Toole, James
O'Connor.
O'Connor, Joey Walton, Lockie Anderson, Jock
Interesting.
Campbell. Okay, there's a couple of names there I don't know. But, like, Ned Hannigan, Harry Wilson,
Sam Talakai.
not no one.
Not no one's. Like you pick up 5 or 6, 7, 8 names there pretty easily, right?
Now,
Losing
I
to
don't know what Tonga's situation is.
Wait, does that mean they also were up essentially, 27-0?
Yes.
Or 24, because they didn't get that penalty goal yet. But they were up
Yes.
24-0.
Yep. James O'Connor puts a fucking funny photo up on his Instagram. Can you go to James O'Connor's Instagram, please, Dave? It's of the ground, and this is actually really cool. This photo. I wish there was a better fucking thing of it. So go to that one where he's in the Tonga one, down to the left there, and watch him scroll across here. Go again. Look at that guy up in the tree.
Wow.
That's some island life shit. Go back. Look at the size of that fucking tree, dude.
Mate.
And he's just climbing. Don't go.
Must be that tree. No, I'm trying to work out which tree it is.
Look at the size of that tree, and he's climbed all the way up the top just sitting in it.
He looks seriously comfortable.
He looks so comfortable.
Look at him. He's just chilling.
I know.
Look, he's got like a little bed up there, mate.
Yeah, I almost want to repost those photos.
He's flattened that nice thing out real nice.
That's like, it's just funny, right? Like in terms of what I find cool about that is if I was in that position, I would be absolutely terrified and like just trying to get just one false move, worried about falling, trying to climb down. But just the like...
Well, you'd fall through that.
Well, of course I would. But just the comfortability in environments, right? Like this dude's probably been climbing fucking trees his whole life and, you know, like he's just up there and he's just super comfortable.
He looks incredibly relaxed in that tree. I'd be white-knuckled, sweaty palms.
Yeah, I don't even know how you'd get
out.
down from that position, though. You'd have to, like, roll over onto your front, try and, like, find your way down, not pull a fucking palm frond down. I'd be confident if I could wrap my arms around the actual trunk of it and legs that I'd be able to slide down it slowly. I'd be terrified. But,
you give your nuts a work over?
Oh, mate, I'd leave them on the fucking tree. They'd be gone by the time I got down. Anyway, I thought that was cool.
That is very cool. Now, Eddie Jones, mate.
I don't know if you need that comment. I feel like that heaps more pressure.
What's the point? Talk me through that comment. What's the point of that comment? We've got 2 games coming up against the All Blacks. I think we get a breather, and then it's 2 weeks into it. You're telling the All Blacks to get ready after we got pumped by the Springboks and we lost to the Argies at home?
And it's Springbok B.
Springbok B, exactly. We talked about that last week. What's the point of that?
The All Blacks just beat Springbok A.
Why do you want to put All Blacks in a mood? I'd be playing the sub card.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're the
dom.
You're the dom.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come and sub me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, tie me up and whip me and shit.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can...
Wait, give them a safe word, and then when they say it, don't fucking stop, you know?
I just think that you want to lure them into a false sense of security.
Come
right?
get me, big boys.
Yeah, come, like I'm going to tie myself up, but you can come and have your way with me, and then bang, I turn around and chop your dick off.
Yeah.
Like I just think we need
bite
to
it off.
Or bite it off. Like put it right in the back, and I'll just boom, take the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just think we need to be a little bit cleverer here.
We need to be smart about this and bite their dicks off.
And telling the All Blacks that you're going to fuck them up when you're clearly not. Just get on your knees and take the whole thing, and then bang, chomp and swallow if you want.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, nurse.
Let the stomach get into its work.
Yeah, we've seen what acid does to anything.
Exactly. I'm going to digest a New Zealand hog here in
Bang.
a couple of hours.
No less. You know what I mean?
I'll be passing that thing into the bloody...
Now you have inflicted lasting damage on the enemy.
Yeah, you can't you can't regrow a dick.
No, you can't. Not last time I checked. So the All Blacks, all high and mighty, all high on their own supply, going into another World Cup where they're favourites, are now hogless. I mean, what happened to Reek when he lost his dick in Game of Thrones? He became a shell of a man. Yeah, there were still moments of heroics, sure.
Not many.
But not many. And on the whole...
Not 80 minutes of heroism.
Not 80 minutes. And you need to play 80 minutes of good, tough, uncompromising rugby union to win a bill.
Yeah. Well, you got to play a whole fucking
tournament.
Worth.
But I mean...
if you make it to the final.
That's right. And I just don't think that's going to be possible if you're missing a penis.
If they're dickless, big trouble.
Big trouble in Little China.
Yep.
So I think Eddie just needs to be a bit smarter than that. I think more than anything, Tom, it was disappointing, those comments, particularly because he's supposed to be a bit wily.
Yep.
Supposed to be a bit of a wily guy.
This could be him playing, they say 3D chess. Is that thing? Maybe this is him being wily.
4D chess.
10D chess. Maybe this is him being a wily old fox, and we don't know, because we don't know shit, right? So, like, maybe this is wily old Eddie.
Yeah. And maybe that's right. Maybe we're too quick to go to penis-related sort of outcomes.
Rhetoric, which is, I mean, not for the first time. So I'm prepared to be proven wrong. Proven or proved?
I think either.
Okay. Or either. I am happy for that to happen. But I am concerned by the hubris, and I think maybe just mouthing a fucking Kiwi shaft to then chomp it off. Potentially a better tactic here.
Well, the proof will be in the pudding, as they say. And if we were to get humped, and it looks for all fucking likelihood that we will get humped in both games, then I think that we can, as a nation, reflect on my idea and potentially the genius around it.
Yep.
He's a bit all over the place here, Eddie, in his post-match interview. He acknowledged that the Wallabies needed a heart surgeon to mend their broken hearts. He then goes on to say that they resembled a broken car. He goes, "My first car was a Datsun 1200. You'd fix the handbrake and the next day the windscreen wipers would break. We're a bit like that at the moment." But then he's also gone on to say that basically he could have done a different game plan that could have helped them win these games, but it wouldn't have helped them win the World Cup. He goes, "It would have been easy if I come in, pared everything back and played a really simple game, but that's not going to win us a World Cup."
Okay, so what Eddie's telling us, if you wade through all of the weird fucking car rhetoric and heart surgery stuff, is that he's prepared to like lose a couple of games here to try and implement some systems and some processes that he sees once they're sort of embedded in the psyche and the culture of the Wallabies side, that's gonna get Bill back on these shores.
Listen, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. I reflect back to 2015 when we went to the World Cup final against the All Blacks, Checkers first in charge, if memory serves. Now, he took the same approach when we had to go to Eden Park to try and win the Bledisloe. We'd won the first game. We were going over there to try and win the second and fucking get the fucking thing back. And he picked a side that raised a couple of eyebrows at the time. The difference between then and now, though, is that we'd won the rugby championship. You know what I mean? We'd beat Argentina, we'd beat South Africa, we'd beat New Zealand once.
But, you know, we usually win the rugby championship in Tri-Nations and shit in years when we don't, when there's a World Cup on, because no one else gives a fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. And here we are getting absolutely fucking pumped near to death in the pursuit of a Bill down the track. I'm all in on Eddie Jones. At the moment, punters and dribblers, I want that known. I'm all in on Eddie. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't sort of, look at some of those comments and go, Jesus Christ, Eddie, what are you doing here, son? But I've got to back him. I've got to back him in.
You're just doing your job, mate.
I'm backing him in.
You're just doing your job.
I'm backing Eddie in.
We're pro Eddie here, but peculiar.
Now, I don't watch a whole heap of rugby union, so don't shoot me for this, but is 40-year-old Cooper... Quade Cooper and 40-year-old Bernard Foley, are they the two tens? Like, is that...
There's another guy, Jake Gordon.
Or was there anyone older?
Jake Carter? Jake Carter?
Jake Gordon's the scrum half.
Yeah, Jake Carter.
But are they our two best options, those two old blokes?
There's Lolaseo, I think, as well. He's somewhere. I don't know where he's at in terms of the whole squad and stuff because it is sort of this clusterfuckery sort of period before the World Cup. But there's, I think, Lolaseo, is he a Melbourne Rebels guy? Foley and Quade overseas. Jake Carter is a Melbourne Rebels guy. So there's a few knocking about, but I think it's still Quade and Foley. Well, actually, Carter was in the side, so maybe Carter's ahead of Foley.
No, but so I'm talking about Foley was the 10 for the Australia A.
But usually they carry a 10 on the bench.
And then Quade was obviously the 10 against the
Quade
RGs.
threw one of the more delicious cutout passes to Ikitau, who fucked his shoulder up and is now out for like 6 weeks. But it was a delicious three-man cutout pass for a try.
One of that All Blacks winger, the 14, whose name escapes me, he can play rugby union. Fucking beast.
I find whenever I'm tuning into All Blacks games, I'm like let's say I watch one and then I don't watch one for maybe 6 months. Then I watch another one and I'm like, well, who the fuck's this great winger? Because the last time I watched it, I saw maybe the greatest winger I've ever seen. And then 6 months later, there's some other guy who's just a fucking absolute rugby union handful.
Can you get his name up, Dave?
Yeah, Will Jordan.
Will Jordan. Beast. Absolutely. Doesn't even have a photo.
So we got Bowden Barrett, Will Jordan, Rico Ione, Geordie Barrett. Oh, sorry. Go back again. God, these testy pops are fucking me up today.
You're making a bit of a thing out of them, mate.
Mate, my voice is still recovering, to be fair. So, Mark Talea and Will Jordan. Don't know who the fuck they are. But, I remember there being a guy...
Will Jordan has A field day.
There was a dude though. I remember not the last time I watched, but like
The last time you played, Jesus Christ, how far back are we going here?
Caleb Clark was the guy. I think. Is he a winger? There was a guy, Caleb, someone who used to. Where the fuck are their photos here? Like, what are we doing?
What website's this on?
This is rugby.com.au.
Get it together,
Bro. Get the fucking photo. Most of the All Blacks photos are not there. Aaron Smith's still doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Artie Sarvea, Sam Cane, Shannon Frizzell, Tyson's brother, Scott Barrett. It's so funny that the Barretts are all in there. There's just 3 very different types.
Of Barrett.
Well, 2 very different types of Barrett because Scott Barrett's a fucking second rower. South Africans always scare me. Eben Etzebeth, he's a fucking weapon.
When do we kick off? September World Cup?
Yep.
Just around the corner, punters and dribblers, pumped.
Horny for it.
Thank God we've got a walk-up start pool.
I know.
People go, but Wales are good. Fuck Wales,
fuck
mate.
Wales, mate. The only thing, what's the time diff going to be? Like, we're just in time difference fucking shit.
It's going to be awful.
Yeah, the games are basically between 11:30 p.m. will be the earliest game. Our first game against Georgia is Sunday morning, 2 a.m. And then there'll be, there's a couple 9 p.m. games, and then the latest game is 5 a.m.
5 a.m. easier. 2 a.m.'s a big day. 5 a.m. you can get up for too.
But then the problem is all the finals are 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.s.
Mate, this is one of those
6
years where
6 a.m.'s fine. When's the final?
The final is Sunday, the 29th of October, 6 a.m.
Perfect.
That's great.
That's actually cherry right.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's good.
It's the 2 a.m.'ers that I can't cop.
Yeah. But, mate, you roll fucking Ashes cricket, Wimbledon, didn't watch a single fucking set, but then into the Rugby World Cup, just all Euro timelines.
On Wimbledon, I must say it is refreshing to see. Obviously, Alcaraz won the US Open last year, but fucking Djokovic wasn't there. It's nice to see some new blood coming through that's prepared to win some fucking
But
things.
prepared to win against big dicks.
Yes.
Like, you know, if you've got like Tsitsipas and fucking Zverev beating each other in a final where like, you know, Rafa and Djokovic are injured or some shit. You're like, okay, well, this is like whatever. But to have Alcaraz, you know, to actually beat big, sweaty, you know, goat hogs.
Well, he's beaten a goat hog in 5 sets at Wimbledon. No injury concerns, no injury clouds.
No
he
excuses.
just won the French Open, right? He's got a bit about him, this Alcaraz guy. He's
You
not
can
a
just tell.
fucking loser like Zverev.
Respectfully.
You know what I mean? Medvedev, so bland.
Pavel.
So
Tsitsipas,
so
you're
two-dimensional.
hot, but, you know.
Yeah, but he's a bit of a sook.
Bit
as
of a
well.
sook. Sook's a pass.
Yeah, sook's a pass. Obviously, Kyrgios dominates, but he couldn't be fucked.
He just doesn't care, which is cool, but I would like some slams.
Listen, he may get close in a Wimbledon in the future potentially, but the guy doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He trains fucking barely. He likes playing basketball and he likes playing games online. Like, that's just his thing, right? He's filthy rich, and credit to him.
Credit to him.
But this Alcaraz kid's got plenty of panache. Tom.
20 years old, good looking.
20.
Good looking, now 2-time Grand Slam winner, knocks off the GOAT to fucking do it in Wimbledon. Like
what is in the water in Spain?
I know.
Like, Nadal comes along, 17, 18-year-old in the 3/4 pants with the Singo on, just ripping and tearing, dominating. And you're like, damn, who's that hot new thing?
Oh, he's just one of the all-time greats. Now you have another one. Rafa basically dead now, basically to the glue factory, not far off.
Well, not far off. They slip pretty quick.
But now it's like, okay, we've got the next man up. Like, we've got Kyrgios, but he doesn't care at all. He's almost too Australian.
But it wouldn't have been good for world tennis if we would have slipped, no offense, back into the sort of now Bandian years.
No, no, they were sort of
obviously Hilt was in those years too, and I'm a big fan of Hilt, but
sure,
you know what I mean.
But they were those years where it's like, no, Sampras was
basically
still the best of all
it
time.
was the years in between. This are the years I'm referring to. The years in between Sampras and Federer. Those years.
How many years were they, or did they cross over slightly?
They cross over slightly,
but essentially
they cross over slightly.
Slightly, but they don't. In the sense that they do, but they don't.
They sort of do,
but they
sort of don't.
Yeah. But Alcaraz, escape from Alcaraz, he's just fucking good, and he's hot, and he can speak English well. And I say that in the sense of from a marketing background. I'm thinking branding here.
Tom,
I'm thinking labels,
you can't help
sponsorships. I'm thinking, billboards. I'm speaking engagements.
You're talking
Watch
sponsorship,
endorsements.
100%. And like it or lump it, punters and dribblers, it helps the brand from a marketing perspective if you can speak a little English.
Yes. Parlez-vous anglais? That might be French, though. I don't know if that was...
That is French. Do you want to hear something crazy as well, though? Federer's first Grand Slam win was
2004.
2003.
2003.
Same year Alcaraz was born.
Yeah, he's the first person to win Wimbledon since 2003. In the last 20 years, the first person not called Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, or Murray.
Do you know who Federer's first was against?
Sampras.
The Pooh.
His first win was against the Pooh.
The Pooh, Mark Philippoussis, Wimbledon final. The Pooh.
And
shout out to the Pooh.
Well, shout out to the Pooh. We would have been
the
pro
Scud
Pooh.
missile.
We would have been very pro Pooh at that point in terms of that final. Like no one would have given a fuck about Federer in that.
Well, Federer used to be a huge, big, fat sook. He used to throw rackets and shit, tantrums, big tannies.
Was a kid.
And he had a man bun, which didn't look good on him.
No, it didn't look good on him.
It didn't look good on him.
He looked so much better once he got rid of the man bun.
Fucking oath he did.
It was a bit of a Sam Kerr look. It looks good on Sam Kerr. I mean, just not on Federer.
Yes. Right.
You know what I mean? It suits Sam Kerr down to the ground.
Down to Mother Earth.
Yes.
But not on... It actually made him look like...
Sam Kerr.
No, it made him look like he couldn't be trusted. Like he was up to no good.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. He looks like a villain in like Home Alone. Not Home Alone, but like in a PG movie.
Yeah, in a PG Disney movie. Yeah. Yes. Like he was trying to break into the house, but you weren't letting him because you set up a series of traps around the house.
Exactly,
to
like
prevent
that.
him from getting in.
Yeah. So something like that, a movie like that.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's got a weird yeah.
Look at him.
He's doing a come on there.
Look at him there. Yuck.
Yeah, dude. You look like you're trying to rob a house, but you keep getting thwarted by a wily 6-year-old.
Put that come on away as well, mate.
Yeah. Excuse me, mate.
You know that's trademark, don't you?
Yeah.
Put that away, bruh.
To Hello Sport.
Put that away. Anyway, it's just nice to see. When did Sampras win his last? 2001? 2002? 2000?
His last one, 2002, the US Open.
There you
right.
go.
So there's a little bit of because you can look at it and go Sampras 2002 and then Federer 2003. But I'm talking more holistically about who because they go from dominating to like sort of.
Yes.
Yeah. So Sampras
dwindling out.
He won US Open 02. He won Wimbledon 2000, 99, 98. Everything else was like 97 or before.
Yeah.
So they were sparingly in those last couple of years.
Let's not go back to those dark times. I'm happy to have a new great emerge.
But now we need another one.
We do. We need with Alcaraz. We need King to start winning some.
If
he wants to, I know we don't give a fuck, King. I know it's cool not to care.
Yeah.
But you also said you do kind of care now after you lost Wimbledon. So
yeah, you did say that. You said that last year.
But then you've pulled out of like fucking 5 tournaments since. So
he said last year that he didn't care. Oh, he did care after he lost Wimbledon final against Djokovic. My point would be, if I'm looking at Alcaraz, this like hot young 20-year-old kid with a bit about him, Spanish, just dominating.
Marketable.
Right? But wouldn't it be nice for tennis if, I don't know, a brash, fucking I don't give a shit Australian thoroughbred with one of the greatest serves of all time, one of the great forehands of all time, comes along and just tries, just a pinch, just for a time, just for a couple of years.
Just for a second to see how it feels.
Just for a second, just to see, just the tip.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Comes along, tries for a bit and develops one of the great rivalries in world tennis.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice?
See what else I like about Alcaraz is, and when you look at young photos of Federer, you can see it as well. You can see that they're going to get hotter as they get older.
Oh, this kid's not done yet.
He's not done. And I'm not even talking from a tennis sense. I'm just talking about literally, purely the ones and twos, ones and zeros. How are you going to look?
He's not done on any conceivable metric.
No, the sun just rising.
It's just come over the horizon as far as I'm concerned. It's still dawn for this kid.
Yeah.
He has not matured physically, emotionally,
Sexually,
tennisly. There's plenty of room to grow.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with you. I think picture that kid 27. He's got 10 in the bag.
10 in the bag.
He's got multi-millions.
Tried different haircuts out.
Yep. And I reckon he's probably got a pretty healthy dating record by that time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a bit of a who's who.
Well, supermodels, Victoria's Secret models, actresses.
Yep.
But he'll settle down with probably a Spanish actress, I'd say. And I'd go so far as to say probably not a Hollywood Spanish actress.
No, I think she does some local work.
She does local work, but in like some really popular shit. Obviously, she gives it away because she's got
like a Home and Away of
Well,
Spain?
no, I don't think Home and Away. I know Leighton did snag Beck Hewitt, nee Cartwright,
in the Wedding of the Century.
in the Wedding of the Century.
He actually, fun fact for those still bit wet behind the ears, he asked Beck Hewitt, nee Cartwright, to marry him after he lost the Australian Open final to Murat Safin. Now, he made a commitment to himself, a promise to himself, punters and dribblers.
A young man making a promise to himself.
That rain, hail or shine, win or loss, he was going to ask the woman of his dreams, Beck Hewitt, nee Cartwright, to marry him. This is after... Yeah, there we go. This is after, may I add, the Kim... Clijsters
years,
which were a stain on the nation.
So Alcaraz has already been doing Calvin Klein model work. This is as hot as it gets. Look at the lips on them. This guy is this guy might be the hottest tennis player of all time.
Throwback to when?
That's what I mean. I'm like, when are you throwing this back?
Dude, those lips won't quit.
Look at those things, dude. Pillows. Oh. I'd want to fucking be hungover just laying in those things.
Oh, you could settle in on those lips.
Order some KFC, whack on some Netflix, and just fucking
and fall
settle
asleep in those lips. Wow.
Yeah, he's hot.
Oh, the world's the oyster for this kid. Can you go to his Instagram? I just want to see what sort of work he puts up.
There's a lot of just like straight up tennis photos.
Yeah, that's all right. He's a tennis guy.
But he still loves tennis at this point. You know what I mean? He'll come to hate it.
No. He'll grow to resent it.
He'll grow to absolutely resent it. That's fine.
Let's just go to some more recent ones, please.
Oh,
Dave.
what's that in the water? What's that water work? Oh, bang. Now go up. He's just got his French into his Wimbledon.
Yeah. I think you said it was a US.
Oh, US, sorry. You're right.
US into a Wimbledon. A lot of fucking very like guttural raw photos.
Well, we know he's got a roar on him,
Could
Tom.
you go to that photo? Look at the vein in that bicep.
Oh, yeah.
That thing looks like a fucking zigzaggy road. Look at that vein, dude. I'd kill for a vein like that.
And Djokovic said today that basically what he's done is taken the best part of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic's games.
Yeah, he said, I've never played anyone like him before in my life.
Louis Vuitton. Look at him lipped up.
Look at the lipped up. Look at that fade.
Yeah, love that fade.
How old is he? He's 20.
You know how old he is.
I forgot.
We talked about it.
We did.
Several times at the start. So he's doing Louis work already. Bang. This kid's going to go stratospheric.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pumped to be a part of Louis Vuitton's family. Wow. What a family to be in.
Yeah, I'm pumped for you, bruh. I'm pumped for you.
He's got the Nike sponsorship as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This guy's got it all.
Oh,
what's that? That's him just fucking doing whatever it takes.
Oh, he can play clay too. Kid can play clay. All the Europeans can, in fairness. Bit about him.
Yeah,
bit about him. Shout out to Alcaraz. And just a little bit of a bum tap to Nick Kyrgios. Let's get into it a bit far. Come on. Hurry up.
Oh, yeah,
Hurry up.
Beam a shot there.
Look at him there. Look at him in the Nike jacket. Just
that's cool. That's cool stuff. Enjoy putting all these in, Tobler. Eddie, there's a
yeah. Okay. Always with my Calvin.
Jesus Christ, dude. Have a go at him.
Got a bit there.
How about this fucking piece of shit commenting, hey, bro, this is not what I followed you for.
What you reckon? You
follow him and you get whatever the fuck you're given.
You think that the biggest, hottest name in tennis isn't going to slide into some Calvins for some fucking moolah?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Not what you followed him for. Sorry, is he meant to do what you want him to do?
Of all his millions of followers, he has to do what you specifically want.
I am, having a crack at a guy I'll never,
No, but I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. How many followers has he got?
Yeah, how many has he got? Is he in the millies?
Sure. Yeah, 3.3.
Yeah.
There's work to do there.
Oh, he'll get up to the fucking 20 at some point.
There's work to do there. Shout out to Akraz.
Do we follow him? Probably not.
About to.
We're about to. Are you on ours, Dave?
Yeah.
There you go. Good stuff. Would have been nice if we ticked him over to 3.4, but you can't have it all. Eddie, there is a story that's been going on in the AFL, and I don't know if you're across it, but it's one of my favourite stories of the last fucking 100 years.
Of the last 100 years, your favourite story?
One of. Gerard Whateley of AFL commentator fame?
I do.
This is what I understand of the story.
Gerard Whateley of OTT fame.
Sure. I believe it was Daniel Gorringe who has done this, but basically he's got a I'd call Daniel maybe a mutual friend of the show. We don't know him, but we've got mutual friends. Dan Does Footy is one of his Instagram pages he runs.
Fucking hilarious.
It's very funny. He made, again, assuming it's him, a fake quote card of Gerard Whateley.
I've seen it.
So Grant...
Been like one of these is...
Grant Mears is an AFL player, I think, for Geelong. Forgive me for not knowing. And it's got Gerard here. Grant Mears is to AFL what Leo Messi is to soccer. Messi may kick more goals, but Mears scans the field just as well, maybe even better than Messi does. So this is out last week sometime, and
he put up a carousel of comments.
No. First it was just this.
Just
one.
first, okay, right.
Gerard Whateley of probably a bit too boomery to know how to handle this situation. Basically went like hard in the paint trying to get it taken down off Twitter, DMing people, commenting publicly like, oi, take this down. Take this down. This is a fake tweet.
So he says still nothing James. Who's he referring to?
Well, so there's two. It's been Gorringe posted it, and then maybe there's James. So maybe James is the first guy to post it.
Right.
I don't know. I first saw it on Gorringe's thing. But it then, obviously, as it does in the internet, like if you try and... It just caught fucking fire.
Yes.
And he's calling them trolls and shit. It's like the most light-hearted joke.
Come on, trolls, do the right thing. Delete the fake quote. It's really quite simple. Calm down.
Yeah, dude. Like, he just got fucking roasted in the funniest way possible. And he just couldn't take it. They were talking about it. It was newspaper articles were written about it. It was being spoken about on radio. Like,
and what were they talking about on radio about Gerard
Whateley? Well, not that it wasn't about him being a sook necessarily. Look at this, from zero to Whateley. How internet triggered are you? But basically, he made it a story. If you just ignore that comment, it disappears in a second.
Yes.
But he was commenting on, so he's like, he's on the Dan Does Footy Instagram. Why aren't you taking it down? Take it down, take it down. He's on Twitter fucking commenting everyone. Now there's cunts selling T-shirts of Whateley or T-shirts of fucking Leo Messi and Graham Main. What's his name?
Brian Mears.
Is there a more AFL fucking name than Brian Mears? But... are you on our Twitter, Dave, or yours?
No, I'm on mine.
You got a message, bro?
Yeah, it's probably spam because Elon Musk can't deal with bots. There you go. It's all spam.
Oh, you got the spam.
Yep.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, you've been spammed up. All right, let's not watch that. Just so over the top.
Mate. Boomers they almost...
Oh, so maybe James Durkin's the first one to do it. Oh, no. It'd be James who has probably found it somewhere else.
So James has put this up because he thinks it's real.
Yes.
And Gerard's gone hard in the paint. It's actually one of the great trolls of all time writing that. It's fucking brilliant.
I know, but also, like, look at... It's kind of Batuta Advocate-esque. But it's... Hey, James, I'm worried about you. You there? Delete the fake tweet. It's simple. What a weird response.
Still nothing, James. Report him, Gerard. It's not worth asking him and other trolls to do something about it. Do what your mate Robbo does to people and block them. That's from Susan Olsen.
Yeah.
People are very triggered on the internet.
But because
surely you can have a laugh at that.
Don't you reckon Twitter sort of is like, whilst there's a utility value to it with its news, like different shit, but similar to Facebook, it's become full of fucking your parents.
Yes.
And people who don't like get it.
No, they've taken over. It's like there almost needs to be, and I've been feeding him about this, and no offense to older generations, but it is what it is, right? It's Tom and I have just snuck in. That's the reality of it. Like, because we didn't grow up with this shit in our hands, but we got it at an age where we've learnt to understand it. If you're people like Gerard and the boomer generation, we almost needs to be another social media platform for boomers.
Or they have to do like, you know how if you want to serve alcohol, you got to do RSA. Or if
they'd never pass.
But that's the only way they should be allowed to use it.
If you want to use...
That robot test isn't enough to weed out
No, it's
boomers.
not. It's not. There needs to be a boomer test before you sign
there's got to be a
up.
boomer test.
Exactly. Like, what does LOL mean? If you say lots of love, you're not coming on.
Sorry,
you're out. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have perfect punctuation and you write if you write text messages like emails,
you're out. Yeah. You have 120 characters to write this sentence. How do you shorten it to make it fit?
If you comment on people's posts with basically a summation of your last 12 months, you're out.
Do you get into arguments on Facebook with people in the comment section?
If you comment on a post and say at the end, love from your name or something like that.
Yeah. Do you share those things of like, what are those ones where it's like, tell me a story leave a comment that will, that only you and I will remember, and then tag 3 people and fucking, are you part of those weird things?
Yes.
You fail.
Poor old Gerard here, though, has just his journalistic integrity's being questioned.
But see, that's the problem. He doesn't get that it's a joke. Now it looks so much worse for him now by not just being able to have a lol.
Because he doesn't get it. Because he hasn't passed the test.
No, he hasn't passed the test. He hasn't passed it. He should get kicked off Twitter. Like he wants to get the guys who are making it. No, dude, Gerard. No,
Gerard. Because listen, and we're doing this for your own sake, right? It's like no one wants to put their parents in a nursing home, but sometimes it's the best thing.
It's the best thing for everyone.
And the best thing for you and for your family and for everyone around you is for you to take a breather because you don't get it. It's as simple as that.
I love these fucking people. Again, he doesn't get that people are shit posting it, but it's like, Gerard, I heard you say it on radio. All he did was put it in picture form. Cut him some slack. Gerald, we've all had bad opinions sometimes, mate. You just have to own this one. Gerald, your Geelong bias goes back decades. The public won't let you get away with this toxic and dangerously misleading obsession with average Geelong players.
It's good.
How can't he see this as a funny joke?
Because he hasn't passed, Tom. You're answering your own question. His journalistic integrity is being questioned here, and he's feeling vulnerable. You've also got to remember, this is a brave new world. This is a brave new world. He's tried to get it. He's been lit up for it, and it's hurt.
It's so funny, dude. He just completely drew attention to it. It catches fire.
Bro is so stressed. Yeah, he's stressed.
Did Gerard really? I love people calling him Gerald.
Call him Gerald. I tell you what else would be tough for him as well is he'd read every single comment, and he's just not getting much support, if any.
No. There's a few where it's like, keep going, mate.
Probably mates of his that he's asked to, he's probably sent a group text out.
Well, I saw a couple of journos who were like, backing him being like, fucking trolls. It's like, it's not trolling, dude. This isn't trolling. Trolling is when you've got like people being absolutely horrific, telling fucking players to kill themselves and shit. Like,
this isn't trolling.
This isn't trolling.
This is funny.
This is lols, dude. This is just good old-fashioned lols. And the more attention you draw to it, the worse it gets.
Whoever started it, genius. Genius.
Gerard Whateley has urged his listeners to out the creator of the fake tweet about a sporting legend.
And do what? What are you going to do? Out them and what? And then what?
Then Dan's posting it on his thing. The article's going, guys, do we know who's done this? Let us know. Then Gerard Whateley, still not deleting this fake post I see. Dan does footy. Must be good for clicks. Dan does footy. Best to take this fake tweet down, don't you think? I see you still haven't removed this hashtag fake quote. I mean, bro. You need to get it together. Hold on. He was talking about it on radio.
Oh, God. This is going to be great.
How are we going with our trolls, peeps? James Durkin, Dan Gorridge, how about delete the fake quotes? Why don't we get to it and get to it promptly? Midday Madness now.
You can hear all these fucking boys laughing in the background.
No, but can you hear him?
I know.
Like he sounds like he's about to fucking rip doors off hinges.
How are we going with our trolls, peeps? James Durkin, Dan Gorridge, how about delete the fake quotes? Why don't we get to it and get to it promptly?
Why?
Get to it and get to it promptly.
Why, though?
Why? It's funny, bro.
Maybe you shouldn't have said it.
Dude, that's so funny. That's so funny.
This is like a piece of art, this shirt.
I know, dude. How good are they? You could hang this in the Louvre.
It's like a piece of art.
Look at it. They did well. Tobley, you found a great shot. Punters and dribblers. As you know, we are marathon ambassadors, Sydney Marathon coming up. You can still join the team if you would like. You are leaving your run to get fucking ready to rip and tear. You're leaving it late, but maybe just a fit person, maybe someone who just wants to try and have a crack at something. I mean, to be honest, I left it later than this, so it's possible. You go to sydneymarathon.com, use the code DRIBBLER, and you will get 20% discount on your sign-up. Our wily producer, Tobler, I got to give him a shout-out here because we've Testy Pop again, by the way. We have shit on him.
But that was on purpose.
No, absolutely, it was on purpose. It was constructive criticism because we knew he needed to be better, and we knew he could be better, and so we would publicly roast him on this platform here.
We've also dangled some carrots privately that we're not going to talk about.
No, we won't.
But you don't laugh like that. We've been dangling carrots for you to success.
We've been trying to motivate you, dude.
No, you've Mr. Miyagi'd me.
Of course we fucking have.
Think about the
Just
carrots.
for abuse.
Think about the carrots we've dangled.
Yeah, the
There's-
carrots,
So
the carrots
to my
are
knowledge,
nice.
at least 3 carrots.
We've dangled some serious carrots at
There's
it.
3 carrots. One of them's juicy as fuck.
Yeah, one of them's a really
there's
good
a few
carrot.
juicy carrots.
And we paid you out, calling you fucking hopeless, and had a word privately to you, like, if you don't start training, you're not going to finish.
No.
Like, that was Mr. Miyagi at his best.
And having private conversations with your trainer, Josh, of Jeff Athletic fame. Go check him out on Instagram. We've done it all. And
That's what...
to your credit, I know we've made it about us here, but to your credit, you've the weight's fallen off you. And on the weekend, you punched out 20 brave, honest rugby league KMs.
Yeah, that was fucked.
At 5:58?
557s.
557s is a great clip.
557s.
That's a great
I
fucking
still have
clip.
some doubters out there. Like one of my mates, Paulie, shout out to him, bet me $100 that I wouldn't beat Tom's time.
I don't think
So
you'll beat my
there's
time.
still some
Tobler. No, I still don't think you'll
doubters.
beat my time. I think you'll finish, but I don't think you'll beat my time. Because I mean, you've just
Alright.
broken 6. for the
Listen,
first
it's
time.
all to play for.
But
It's all-
also, listen, if you break my time, I'll actually be stoked for you because you've put in some serious fucking work. If you don't beat my time, then that will be funny.
We're going to have to get those pants soon, I think, just to be able to visualize.
or to motivate you. Should.
That's actually more why I don't want you to beat my time. So I would like to see you in huge
Well,
pants.
it's just going to be great content.
Yeah.
We will have, and it's going to be made even easier for you. Obviously, we've dropped carrots. Obviously, because we've finished it, we're imparting wisdom. But we will have pacemakers as well. So someone will pace my time and someone will pace Tobler's time in the run.
My time.
Your time, sorry. That's if you are part of the Goers Run Club. There's only one way to do that. Now, we do have an announcement, punters and dribblers. I mean,
Giveaway.
Tom and I got a bit of Father Christmas about us.
Yeah.
Bit of Santa Claus.
Yep.
Giveaway time.
Jolly old Saint Nick.
That's it. Now, starting next week, for a period of 4 weeks, we are giving away 4 pairs of the new Asics Gel Kayano 30s. Why 30 at the end? Well, it's the 30th iteration of the world-famous fucking running shoe by Asics.
We all got a pair, not Dave. Dave
Cloud
doesn't
stuff.
run. Really good shit.
Running on cloud sort of stuff,
Yeah.
the Gel Kayano. Do you wear them on the weekend in your run?
Yeah, wore them last week for the 16, broke the sub 6. Wore them yesterday for the 20, sub 6.
Well, proof's in the pudding, because before you had the Gel Kayanos on, you couldn't break 7 minutes.
No.
That's a fact. Go to his Strava, 7:30, 7:40s, 8 minutes, 9s, 10s.
There's a correlation there somewhere, but they're fucking awesome running shoes.
Yeah.
So,
We're giving away. We've got 4 pairs to give away.
yeah, so join the group. Join our running group, the Goers Run Club, for the marathon. It has to be the marathon. We've received reports of people trying to game the system and join the 10K and the half marathon. You're going to be removed from the Goers Run Club. We couldn't have been clearer. It's not for pussies. No offense, but it's not.
Respectfully. Listen, good on you for running 10. Good on you for running 20. That's all good, but this ain't what this is about. This is marathon season, all right? That's what we do here.
It's marathon season. So we're going to randomise over the next 4 weeks your names, and you will receive your very own pair of Asics Kayanos.
Gel Kayanos.
Gel Kayanos, 30s. Tobler, he's taking a minute off his pace, put it that way. So you need these shoes.
Yep. So that is, if you are part of the Goers Run Club, you will be in the running to be selected at random to win these shoes.
Got to be in it to win it.
You do have to be in it to win it. We have always said that. But very proud of you, Tobbs, for your run yesterday.
Thank you, boys.
20Ks, it's not nothing. 20Ks is fucked.
It ain't nothing. It's
20Ks
fucking
is
something.
fucked.
It's something. It's
It
definitely
was so
something.
different compared to the half marathon, but it's still fucking torture. Like,
No, it's still fucked.
you get
yeah.
that runner's high kicking in, you're feeling awesome, and then you just crash, and it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck am I doing this for? Like, but then you get back up.
What do you
Back
got in the
down.
headphones? What do you got playing? What are you listening to? You're not listening to us, are you? That'd be sweet of you.
I sometimes I listen to the DMP.
Well,
catch up when I go
DMP, yeah,
for a
because you're
run.
not in there for DMP, so it's fresh.
Yeah, exactly. I've made a playlist on Spotify that I've been rocking. Otherwise, podcasts. Is you can't underestimate the power of a good song kicking in just to really fucking give you that little extra boost.
Have you been using your metronome counter, beep, 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 to make sure your cadence is right?
No, but on my Garmin, it's got a cadence counter, so I got to keep it 165 or above.
Yes.
You
Like
need
you
to get
guys
our
did.
Garmin sorted, dude. I want one.
They're
Well,
perfect-
I've got them.
They're perfect for running.
He got his fucking chick's Garmins. I'm like, can you go get these like sorted out before our marathon? He said he would.
10 months ago.
No, I did. He just didn't like the one I got him.
No, you got his chick's ones, and I saw him and I go, what the fuck are these? So you need to go and do that. Please, I would really like one.
A good bit of kit.
They're a good bit
You
of
don't
kit.
run anymore.
I ran the other day.
Nah.
I literally ran twice last week.
You only run 5Ks, doesn't count. You don't need a Garmin for that.
Mate, I ran twice
You got to start
last
doing
week.
like 10s at least.
I usually do 10s, but I'd fucking had a bit of time out
I
of
thought
the
you were a
saddle.
5 guy.
I'm fucking 10K. I'm Mr. 10K. I'm Tommy 10K.
Tommy 10s?
Yeah, which we did just shit on, but that's because we're talking marathon. This is just fun run.
This is
stuff.
conditioning.
This is fun run conditioning shit. I am Tommy 10K.
Anyway, shout out to the City Marathon.
Are you going to get our Garmins?
Yeah, maybe one day.
Bruh.
I will one day. You know I will one day.
Bruh. I might just go buy one on the fucking company card. I'm so over this shit.
Well, that's what I'll be doing,
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, I thought you were going to
There's
return
no
those
difference.
chicks ones.
Well, it's been probably too long.
You're actually right. It probably
been a
hasn't
year.
too long.
And they're unboxed.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Well, I know what I'm doing after this.
If you aren't watching the Ashes on Wednesday night
so wet
at
for
8
it, dude.
p.m., right? 7:30 you should actually be tuning in. In your stay in the crease jumper, which people are comparing to a Monet. Look at that.
Not Janelle Monáe either, the singer. Monet the artist.
Look at that. That is art. You could fucking hang that on the wall and people go, that's nice.
I wonder whether we should start, we should get one of them framed.
This.
Yeah. One of the jumpers framed.
I actually think it'd be nice to have all our merch drops framed.
Yes.
Like all of them.
Yeah.
Except maybe the Dior jumper.
Yeah. No, I think that's... Well, we could just, have the Dior jumper at the bottom of the bin and just leave it there.
What do you mean?
Well, so you just have one of those in the bin. It's like a bin liner.
No. You could.
What if we got a bin, put it around the bin? So it's like a Dior bin.
You know what we should do? We should add that of the list of to-dos. Because it's a never-ending list and
Yeah.
it'll never get done. And it's a nice idea.
It's a nice thing.
You know?
And there are some things we probably don't have any more of.
It was actually got no fucking room for. Oh, we could put him over in Tobler's Corner, which we keep saying we're going to jazz up.
Well, I mean, it's kind of on him to dress his room. He knows what we want. He just won't dress it.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to pass the buck.
Yeah. So, Tobler, all of our merch framed
Perfect.
in your corner.
Yeah, in your corner.
Great.
What happened to that framing we got of other shit? Just
There is
never
some
happened.
stuff.
No, it's still
Coming
happening. It's still
Oh,
happening.
okay,
It's
right.
still happening.
So, it's what, 3, 4 months? 5 months?
4 months. It's like a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Couple of weeks.
Mate, you fucking have had these watches for over a year.
Yeah, but I put my hand up and owned that.
Well, you did just then.
Yeah.
A year later.
Yeah, but I did put my hand
Well,
up
this
and own
guy's
it.
a
Did I
couple of
put my
weeks.
hand up and own it?
So it's a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
To be fair, gave them
Couple
to
of
him. Then he was like, come back to us with these specifics. I didn't come back to him. He's in Europe.
We went over that months ago.
It was not months ago.
You go,
dude.
what do we like? I said we like the black outline.
Yeah, but then we did.
You reckon that was weeks
No,
ago?
but
You've lost
that-
your fucking mind.
You think it was months, plural?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the messages, so I can prove to you again. Same with the TikTok. But then he went to Europe, so it's not his fault. It's our fault.
Your fault.
Well, our fault.
Your fault.
No, because if I had my Garmin, I wouldn't be so fucking resentful of you.
That's my fault. So
Yeah,
is
but-
that our fault? Is that our fault?
No, I resent you for the
Listen,
Garmin. so
we're
now
we're taking individual responsibility or we're collective. Because if it's collective, then the Garmin thing's your fault too.
No, because
Well,
the
then own
Garmin
the fucking
Dude.
framing.
Garmin made me resentful. So now the framing's your fault.
Time to go.
Okay.
See you later.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?